Cinderella girls. I mean, what?
Cinderella girls.
101?
Okay, back to our discussion though. What is the worst set code? Walking Anime? That's not bad. MKI? I think that looks
MKS
nice.
fine. It might say Mortal Kombat. There's something about Haruhi's being SY I hate.
That is true. SY is not standard.
You know, SY is also good. It's 2 letters, and like.
Not the Canadian production value. What happened? What did we do? What did I do?
What did he do?
What did I do?
What haven't you done?
What did I do? Down Doko? Hello, hello? You guys not here?
Hello.
You guys not here?
Hello.
Okay, I just checked the stream. There is sound. What the fuck? You guys debating me. Okay, we're talking about like the worst set code. Like, I'm pretty sure
I don't know
RP is a weird one.
Haruhi's is pretty gross.
But it's because of the Japanese name. It's like Suzumiya, so SY. Haruhi. Where's the whale? That's
Is that really what it is?
Huh?
Is that actually? Wait, what's the full name for
Haruhi Suzumiya. The actual anime is called Suzumiya Haruhi no Yutsu. So the S is Suzumiya and the Y is the Yutsu. It's because
so gross.
But back then they didn't do like
I know
the 3-letter.
That's still gross.
I guess, yeah.
It could have literally just been like SH, and it'd been like, okay, sure.
Okay, another one that people always gets wrong is good old BGS, Bunny Girl Senpai.
SDY.
Saishin Butayaro.
That one I know by heart though. That one's ingrained in me.
Or Tisk. But Tisk is
all
like...
I'm saying is we almost have Rag. We have Railgun, which is RG. It's like Rag at home.
Okay.
MG's fine. Kantai is fine. Girlfriend is GFB, right? That's a GF.
You know Nana has
yeah.
like 10 different set codes?
Yes, I do know that because of Ryan.
It's have N1, N8, N2, NR. Or some shit like that. And then they have a new one for the anniversary, NTA or something.
I don't like IAS. I think IAS is really gross.
IAS?
Yeah. For what is it?
Shiny Mask? Not Shiny Mask, Million Live?
Million Live. Yeah.
Well, IAS is for the
It's All Stars, right?
Or yeah, whatever. It's for OG Master, but usually just call the set IML. Idolmaster Million Live, IML. Or was it IMS? IMS.
IMS.
IMS, yeah.
SFN is fine. HBR is fine.
Because most people still call it the IM. Or
Gochi is GU. I don't like Bav either, for what that's
You don't like...
I'm not a fan of Bav.
You're not here for Bav. You're not...
Although it's really funny to say, and so I get a point for that. But...
The man just wants Blue Archive, BA, Burning Abyss. My favorite Yu-Gi-Oh archetype.
What else? What else is a bad one? Nikkei's is like fine. I don't love it, but it's fine.
Wait, what would you like Nikkei to be then?
No, that's the thing. I can't give you anything better. It's just like NIK is just like it's fine. It works. It makes perfect sense. It's just like Nick.
What about Osumatsu-san? It's OMS instead of OSM.
OMS. Wait, it's OMS?
Yeah. Not OSM.
Yeah, it's a little gross.
It's also Matsu-san.
Yeah.
OMS.
I forgot about that. I remember that when that set came out because my friend was in Japan when it came out, came back with it, and I was like, Jesus Christ.
Another weird one is Osk.
OSK? OSG?
Oshinoko, yeah.
Eh.
I see everyone still says ONK.
ONK? Everybody says ONK.
Everyone says ONK. But every time I read ONK, I'm just thinking ONK. I think GIM is fine. It's a bit weird.
Really? I don't.
I think the biggest weird thing is it's different from all the other Idolmaster one because it's ISC, IML, or IMS.
Yeah, I mean it makes sense, right? Because it's Gakuen Idolmaster. It makes sense linguistically, it makes sense because it's Gakuen Idolmaster, where all the other ones are Idolmaster titles.
It should just done IGN, dude. 10 out of 10.
IGN. Oh my god,
IGN.
that's crazy. I don't know.
DK should obviously be Gov for subtitle. What the fuck is Gov for the subtitle? Oh, I did not play Nikkei, so I don't understand the reference. I'm sorry.
ALL is fine. What's Superstars?
Superstars?
LSP?
LSP, yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
Love Super. Love Super. Love Pasta. Then there's KGL.
Kaguya love. Oh, KGL doesn't really make sense, does it?
What's Kaguya's Japanese name? Kaguya-sama.
Kaguya-sama, like, Kyo something or other. There's no L's in it. There's no L's in Japanese.
That is weird, because KGL is like the one that's like using the English title instead of the Japanese title. That is...
Oh, I don't like DBG.
Okay.
I don't like... Day Became God uses English, too.
Oh, true.
D-bag.
Okay. Day Became a God? What was that? Kami-sama
ni follow Hebi Roku.
Ni Natahi.
Thank you. But yeah.
Okay, but no one remembers the fucking Japanese God.
Yeah, I mean, neither. But, like, it's really funny that they're using the English name.
Okay, but where's this? Someone in chat give a box a call. Who has the Japanese one? And like almost 11 o'clock, 11 a.m. right now. No, it's almost 10 o'clock. Oh yeah, look, we have the changing title card. A art, B art. That's what Avis told us.
I made sure to spread it around and mix pictures for the fun of it. I like this art more. I like the Tamari art. I just learned her name thanks to looking up the memory deck.
SMP looks like
true. So we got Rag, D-bag, Simp.
Okay.
God, why can't it be Rag, man? It'd be so funny.
I'm glad it wasn't Rag. But I still have all these collectors coming to Discord and be like, anyone got Rag cards? Anyone got Rag cards?
They say Rag!
Any Rag cards? Any VGS cards? Yeah, I'm just like, bro.
You want some Becca cards?
Or anytime I talk about slime, yeah. What the fuck's a TSK?
Yeah.
What's a Tusk?
That would also when they have like, I feel like when they have no vowels in them, it feels weird.
Yeah.
But also everyone has too many vowels. They need to have like one vowel. Especially because Doku, that's a fantastic question. We're gonna give him 4 minutes, and if not, we're gonna start and pray to God he wakes up and shows up. But yeah, fun.
Fun. Oh, 88. I'm not doing Overlord, right? Because there's like
It's a prim booster, right? So probably not.
It's an extra booster called Tisk, because you sound like you get paired into it. True, bro. What the fuck?
Ew.
This is Samson's first time chatting in this.
Yeah, he hates us. If we ever get another Macross, I'll talk more. But it's all the idlers, that's why. With this, all the Gaku Sims show up. And that's why we have 17 people on a fucking 17. No, it's on a Monday. Alright, thank you, Samson. I appreciate it.
I need the man who actually spent hours playtesting Gakuen.
Yeah, bro, he's been playing this shit since like the first spoilers. It's Tuesday, it's Monday.
It's Memorial Day? Wait, you guys have Memorial Day?
Yeah, I was off today. I told you I was off today.
Oh, that's why work is so dead today. I was like, Jesus Christ. I'm just sitting here at work and nothing's happening all day.
That's you every day, though. What do you mean?
Well, it's extra do nothing.
Oh, why did I pin that? Get that off the pin. I don't know how to... I clicked it and it pinned it. I don't know how to unpin it. Unpin. There you go. He's traumatized Johnny a bunch. Okay, Johnny's willingly choosing to play fucking 8th Time by Hololive, man.
Well, Johnny did go 6-1 in Long Beach,
he did.
Show. So that was good testing.
He did. Those calls. Yeah, I mean, I would see you guys. I would wake up and I would see you guys in there, and I'm like, it's fucking 6 in the morning. I gotta go to work. I am not. Hi, Johnny. Hi, Johnny. What's up? All I'm saying is I would not want to play 8th Time by Hololive into fucking level 0 Gakumas. I feel like I'd want to blow my brains out.
Why? Just because he has a stock bomb?
No, because they just... Well, that too, actually. But no, also because they just fucking slam your face in, man.
Well,
China's kind of aggressive.
What's the difference between that and playing versus...
They're summoning their EP at level 2.
Okay, and...
So they're hitting you with burn 2s at level 2, and they're going stock neutral for it. That's pretty good.
Do you aim for triple with that deck, or do you aim for double? Because double allows you to always be able to use the 2-1 of it.
I think you aim for double if you can double. Well, I think you aim for double if you can, or if you can't triple, because the problem with that deck is your selection for your level 3 is really bad.
Did Box ever try that version where he played a 1-0 combo that's like a level 1 combo?
I don't know. I'd have to ask him if you ever what's up.
Okay, I'm sorry. I would ask him if he was here, but there's a small problem with that.
He was watching, but yeah. Also that card, China's
hit
huge.
Like 15k.
15k.
She gains 4k on attack.
Yeah.
5k on attack, and she's
4k on attack.
On attack.
It's 4k on attack, but then if you trigger a 0,
yeah, the brace pumps one. Well, you
should
be
level 0 combo also pumps. Well, level 0 combo also pumps 2 things 1k as well when you play Climax.
Okay, but the level 0 combo I think is.
No, it's China. It's not. I know China. It's China.
It's China.
Being chilling. I'm here trying to raise my social credit, man.
We hate and love China.
Mhm.
God,
China number one. China number one.
It's enough of that.
All right, we should start. I guess we're 16 minutes in, and there's no box. I pray to God he will come in, and if he has any opinions about cards we pass, we'll get him.
Surely he didn't think it was an hour later than it is.
I told him
he very well could be.
No, I converted it to his time.
Huh?
I said 9:30 your time.
9:30 a.m. his time.
Yes. And he said okay.
Early doesn't mean 9:30 your time. Late doesn't mean 9:30 your time. 9:30 your time is in an hour or 45 minutes.
No, I said your time, not my time. Your time.
9:30.
Also, if I said AM, he would have been like, "All right, let's start." Because I messaged him at 8:10 my time in the morning.
Did you use the epoch timestamp thing Discord has?
No, I didn't feel like doing it. I don't know how to do it quickly, so I give up.
I just search up Discord epoch converter, and that's usually just gives me a tool that does it for me. You were talking to him 12 hours ago, and he said 9:30. Yeah, 9:30 p.m. Eastern time. Yeah.
No, 9:30 a.m. JST.
Just. Where's my JST set?
My mistake that he hit me as I woke up with this question. I should have just, if I was more awake, I would have said 8:30 a.m. or 9:30 a.m. JST, just to be clear. But he called me as I woke up.
They do that
because I forgot to turn my alarm off. And so I woke up like I was going to work.
Oh,
today.
Fox responded.
Oh, he's alive.
He messaged. He DM'd. He's alive. He's alive. All right, you guys will hear from him. Hear his morning voice. It'll be like one of those Hall Live like morning calls.
18 minutes late. It's not that bad. He did warn me. He's like, I need to know so I don't oversleep. So oversleeping was within his purview.
All right, everybody, chat ready. Get ready to say "Ohayo gozaimasu, Baksu-sama."
You're so gross. I think he might leave if you do that. Please don't do that.
Hello. Sorry,
oh, good morning, sir. Good morning.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
No
I'm
worries,
actually retarded.
It's okay. It's fine. Look,
Okay,
all
actually,
I know is we'll go. It's fine.
No, go. Sorry.
No, you're good.
Is there something I shouldn't say on stream? Sorry.
Nope.
Slurs? No slurs. Yeah, don't say the hard R or the soft R or the A, soft A. Don't
say
retard.
Yeah.
No. We would recommend you not. That's one of the more safe, more.
Yeah.
Okay, so I just want to
that was not flat out. Like if you slip, we'll forgive you, but we recommend not to say it.
Okay. I'll just say you're a casual. I'll just say like your casual like curse words and no like actual like.
Oh, you can say like fuck bitch all you want, dude. We say it all the
time.
time.
I just won't say discriminatory words. Got it.
Yeah,
no
discrimination. If
it slips, it slips though. It's what it is. But
I'll do my best. Can I go to the bathroom first?
Yeah, okay, sure.
I'm so sorry. My bad.
You're good. This is already the biggest mistake stream ever, and it's only 20 minutes. It's so funny. Kevin, how many cards is this set?
100. Only 100.
But it's 50. It's not 10 double R's though.
It's 12 double R's. It's the first set that has 12 double R's and 100 cards. The very first set that has exactly 100 cards and has more than 10 double R's.
Pog.
Thank you,
I love
Box is the
I
goat.
love 12 double R. Box the goat, true.
Welcome to Idol Suffering.
Looking at the Yute, the Yute page for all the double R's is just so funny because it's just a fucking brick.
Yeah, it's like 24 listed cards for the double R section. Is all the B art more expensive? The Weiss exclusive arts?
The B arts are more expensive. The idol arts.
Yeah, it's kind of cringe because I think the game art looks much better.
I had to buy the B arts for China because it was the one in stock.
Holy,
no, it's 12 double R, but it's 24.
It's 12 double R's, but there's alt art.
We haven't had that since what, Steins Gate?
Alt art. Wait, Steins Gate is alt art double R's?
Yeah. AB art. It has the screenshot art, and then it has like custom art, or like custom art, but like key art.
Oh,
The key art ones were all more expensive.
there it is.
If you want 8 Chinas, I pulled like 6, potentially. I do kind of like the B Chinas though. It's conflicting. I like the B China, but like.
Oh, it's only two.
Oh,
Of
that's
the
right. It was
cards.
Kurisu and Mayuri had it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know anything else that has
see.
alt arts though.
Yeah, I don't know. For double R's, I don't know. For usually have like double R's alt art for what's it called? Comments and stuff. Usually like cards like the
Common stuff like
chicken
events
guy,
and stuff will have.
Oshinoko.
Yeah, the Bunny Girl event has alt arts. Like those have alt arts. So when double R's have it though. Yes, Steins Gate is old. Factually, that came out 18?
Jason, your focus on your hand out of whack.
It does that, doesn't it? I don't know what happened.
It's still out of ancient. Oh no,
I'm trying to fix it.
True, Steins Gate's ancient. One could do.
It is ancient, man.
Don't say that.
Look, I played it for WGP. I know it's ancient. Yeah, I know what to do.
Sengoku Basara's ancient. That's a true ancient set. Or Mahime.
Alright, dudes. I'm back.
Welcome back. In the bathroom.
Thank you.
Entertainer in the chat. There's a lot of people watching, waiting for your demise as you rate
I'm
everyone.
so sorry for being late, dude, and keeping people around.
No worries. It's standard. We usually just chat for about 10 to 15 minutes anyway. What's another 5 minutes?
True.
All
I
right.
call it old when I'm from the OG Road era. Yeah, fucking boomer.
Are you awoken? Are you ready, Mr.
Ready.
Boxer?
I'm ready, my man. I'm ready, my dude. With my little sheep, ding donk.
Okay. He said twice. Okay. All right. Hey guys, Kevin here from the Strictly Broken TCG team, and we are here with the best ever set review show, episode 88. This is for Hatsuboshi Gakuen Idolmaster from the Idolmaster series. This says based on a new Idolmaster franchise that has a mobile game. The mobile game is kind of like a card game, gacha game, similar to like a gacha version of what's it called, Slay the Spire. That's what people told me. At least I never played it yet, even though Box Guys tried.
Is it an Idol Razor?
Is it an Idol Razor? I don't fucking know, dude.
Okay, it's an Idol Razor, but like it's basically just Slay the Spire. I promise, it's anime Slay the Spire where you can
Tell me
spend
it's not
thousands of dollars.
It looks like Umusume, man.
Bro, check it out.
continue.
It's lit, dude. I promise.
When it comes to English.
Yeah, if it comes to
It
English,
has
I'll
an
play.
English patch. You can play the whole game in English. Smooch.
All right. What the set has is 12 new anime girls. They're all pretty cute. Some cuter than others.
True.
Who's your favorite girl, Box?
Lilia and Ume.
Okay.
But their voices and songs are terrible. so
I remember
I just mute them.
Like that's not
I
the
know
main
who those
two.
are.
If you go around Twitter and some other sites,
Wait, isn't Ume the
See-
main girl?
no,
Ume was
Ume's his little
supposed to be the
sister.
main character, but they
Ume's-
changed it to her older sister.
Yeah,
Oh.
Saki's the main girl. But the
Yeah.
the girl that most people should know is like Hiro and
Kotone?
Kotone. Those are the two girls who like popped off with a lot of artists.
True. Everywhere.
Mhm. Well, I've been talking for a bit now, but with me today we have Mr. Jason Malik for our co-host and Mr. Andrew Box to
What is
rate
up, my
and
dude?
discuss about the cards. Now tell us a little bit about yourself. For people who don't know who you are.
Yeah, I'm mostly a JP player. I've been probably playing pretty seriously for like about a year and a half-ish now. I mostly like I try my best to like go to all the regionals in Japan and top where I can, but It's pretty hard. Smile, not that great, I guess.
Well, you,
But
you did get Nat's invite last season, or not?
once we can talk about it being good when I do it twice in a row.
True.
Consistency is all that's important. But yeah, and so I really like Akumas. I've been looking forward to it for like ever since they announced it. I like remember when they announced it on stream. I was like I was like screaming. But yeah, so I'm really happy and glad to be here.
Good player, lots of knowledge about the Japanese player base as well, and a big fan of Gakuen Idolmaster. Is a good host, a good guest for us today. With that being said, we'll go over our rating system. We're going to rate the cards from a scale of 1 to 5. 1 stars being cards not worth picking up. 2 stars are going to be nice niche cards, tech cards you might want to pick up a few copies of. 3 stars are cards we consider worth testing. 4 stars are going to be good staple cards, stuff like EP Healers, Brainstorms, Rickies, whatever box decides is a good staple card. 5 stars are going to be the highlight cards. These are going to be the cards you want to build your deck around, and these are going to be the key cards to look out for. And with that said, let's shout outs to our sponsors real quick. Shout outs to Strictly Broken and Nova TCG. They are great places to buy Weiss Schwarz cards from in North America. Strictly Broken if you're looking for English Weiss Schwarz cards, and Nova TCG if you're looking for Japanese Weiss Schwarz card. You can already buy Gakuen Idolmaster cards from Nova TCG if you're not all sold out already.
Foil only.
Foil only, okay, I see. And shout outs to YT Time for providing us with these slides.
And rares. I think you buy rares. You buy rares.
She does a lot of work for us to be able to host these shows, and she has a good website, so check it out. She has all the Springfest results coming out soon. So Long Beach just finished this weekend, so she'll be posting up those results shortly. And you can check out all the translations also on YC Time. With that being said, are we ready to start?
Let's go.
Okay, I think you're reading today, Jason, right?
I guess so.
Yeah, so Jason will be reading. I'll give a little
so.
description about what the card does at the base level, and Mr. Box will go more in depth into the cards. Starting off with the TD highlights. We're not going to go over every single TD cards because a lot of them are just like ones.
True. All right, we have 0-0 China. I know it's not China, but it's China. Auto, send this to the bottom of your deck when your other music characters are versed. If it's in the back row, you may pay the cost. If you do, return that character to hand. And then Brainstorm, pay 1, rest this, draw Brainstorm. 5-card draw Brainstorm.
Has a field encore effect. Pretty good, like a peanut effect.
Kind of.
Yeah, and it's also a Brainstorm. Pretty nice.
Yeah. So the thing about this card is, I wish there was actually like a good card that can make use of the top effect, the saver effect. There really isn't that many good cards that you want to actually save with it, if any. The main thing you probably would want to save is probably the level 3-0 combo effect, but that one already saves itself, funnily enough. So this card really isn't that good outside of just wanting a Brainstorm that looks at 5 in particular, just to get hard cards out of your deck, just to like have like card advantage. So yeah, probably just like a 1.
Okay. Yeah,
Fair
I feel
enough.
like, yeah. If it's like a true encore, it would be
Yeah.
pretty nice, but it's not. But even, oh yeah, even then, it doesn't work for the level 0 deck either. It was even if it's like a true encore. All right, next we got one's. Oh, Jason, read.
Yeah, 1-0 Katone. Continues, you have 2 or more other music characters, gets 4,000 power, so it's a 6k, 7k with the choice. Climax combo when this attacks, if you have the choice in your CX area and you have another music character, mill 2, and then choose level X or lower character for rating, add it to hand, X equals the sum of the level milled, so it is cigarettes. And this has a soul trigger.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but this is like the only choice level 1 combo the set has, and there is some choice support, aka just a free CX swap we'll talk about later.
Yeah, so okay, so I guess like the merit for this card is that, hey, look guys, it has a soul trigger. But the other thing is that it's cross turn 6k, which is like relatively respectable. If you like, what I've noticed in like my recent playtests is that like if you have triple 6ks, a lot of time one of them comes back to you. Like one of them lives. Especially if you combo the turn after your opponent combo, so that means that like usually they're not going to be able to triple 6k a run over 6ks again. So that's like a really good thing about it. But it is cigarettes, and if anyone here knows me and cigarettes, I fucking hate cigarettes. I hate cigarettes with the burning passion 1.
Oh, you're just like Jason.
Yeah, I think okay. The problem.
I
Okay,
hate cigarettes.
but here's the problem. Here's like the fundamental problem with cigarettes. You're like half-assing like milling and selecting. I would rather just go have a combo that goes all in on one or the other because it makes your deck state really, really hard to predict and manage. Because you're basically just guessing what your deck state will be after post combo, and that's like, and I don't really first deck RNG is like really very, very real. I don't want to make it worse, right? Also, the other thing that makes this combo a little bit worse in this particular set is that yes, it's your only choice level 1 combo, but a lot of actually like ideally like speaking like you probably don't even run a level 1 choice combo. You run the level 2 Senna combo and the level 2 or a level 3 choice combo. Like both like 2 and 3 combos. And you just use like the there's like we'll get into it later, but there's a lot of resonance cards that give you stock in hand, and so you use those to hold you over until you get to level 2.
Okay. Makes sense.
So like this is even less likely to see play because of that.
Okay. What would you give this?
Probably 1.
Okay.
Just because the other combos exist.
Fuck cigarettes. Woo!
Okay. Next we have 3-2 Coltonate. On play, you may heal.
Hey!
I'm sorry. I was so used to it because the last 2 set reviews we did, or last 3 set reviews we did, I was reading.
3-2 Katone. When this played on stage from hand, you may heal 1. Auto. When this attacks, you can pay 3, discard 2. If you do, burn 4.
Yep. So it's an off finisher choice. I think it's like one of the only few off finishers this set has, right?
It is quite literally
The
your only generic off finisher. Quite literally. Bro,
when we had this conversation, it was so funny. That was asking that too.
Has there ever been another set within the last year that's only had one real off finisher?
There definitely has.
If I had the time to sit down and look through, there probably is.
Yeah.
But I can't think of any off the top of my head.
We've
so definitely made comments about
Blue Archive.
before.
Sure, Blue Archive.
Okay, but Blue Archives is a double R.
No, Blue Archive has more than
Blue Archive
one.
has the Musashi, and then that's the Icy Tail off finisher.
No, it's saying no. He's saying more than one off finisher, right?
Oh, more
than one.
Okay.
But Blue Archive does have at least one more. But
bro, I think the Musashi would be infinitely better than this. Oh my god, it's honestly, so expensive too.
Pretty hard. In some
Burn
decks.
4 is so expensive too. Okay. Jesus Christ.
I think the biggest problem is very costed off finisher. Like you want an off finisher, you want a cheap one to go with like a more expensive finisher.
Yes, especially since a lot of the finish we'll get to it later, but a lot of the finishers, if not most of the finishers in the set cost a lot of stock. So it makes it really hard to use this. I would say it's a 3. Purely because, like, I would give it way less normally, but it's a 3 purely because you don't have anything else.
Unlucky. Okay.
That's crazy.
Next card.
Good metric.
Oh, this card
exists. 2-1 of TD 2-1 event. This can be played from a hand without meaning color. Choose one of your opponent's characters. This turn it gets +4 soul and cannot side attack. I see.
There's a +4 soul counter. The only green card in the set. Who is this?
This is the teacher, so that's why she's the only green card. She's also like the only green quote-unquote colored support card in the game as well, which is why they did that.
Oh.
But okay, this card reads sick. When they announced this, I was like so happy. I was like, yo, we got a sick defensive counter. It's like a +6 soul counter. It's guaranteed cancel. And then I played with it and I realized it was fucking impossible to get to hand.
It's completely different from the +6 soul
counters. Yeah, so one, it sucks.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you how many times you used it. So.
I used it like once, dude. The problem is that like you have to run it at like 3 or 4 copies to reasonably get it in hand. And if you run that many copies of it, there's so many slots you're missing. I'm good. I'm good, man. This card sucks. I wish it was a character.
Alright, 0-0 TD Saki. During your turn, if you have another music character, it's 1500 power. And then auto, pay 1, put a card from your hand into clock. When it's put on stage from hand, you pay the cost. If you do, look at the top 6 cards of your deck, choose 2 music characters from among them, show your opponent add them to hand, send the rest waiting room.
There is a true Ricky in the set, however, this one allows you to have red fix as well as being a 6-card dig. Or a 6-card deck speed.
So, this card is actually like, I don't know what it's like in the other sets that have it, like JoJo. But in the context of this deck or this set, it's actually really good because unless you're playing like the Madara combo that the set has, almost all decks have like first deck issues, getting through first deck safely. So having the fact that it's what's it called, color fix plus looks 6 add 1 or a double hand fix is actually very very relevant, and it also swings over most cards, which is very respectable because a lot of the Gakumas cards don't actually have a lot of power offensively. So 3K is actually a big deal. So I would say this is like around a 4.
I was watching some of my friends play
Yeah.
the Gakuen yesterday, and it was like the opponent put a 3/5 wall, and he couldn't answer it.
Yeah, 3/5 is very hard for Gakumas.
Yeah, I was telling somebody else that too. I'm like, the zeros just don't kill things, but
Unless
like,
you have the stock,
it's fine.
unless you play the
'cause
stock bomb, which is
yeah,
probably
because a lot of the zeros seem pretty good though. So like, I feel like it makes up for it. I think in
There's
terms of
like
their
only
actual
one
effect.
archetype where like you actually have level zeros that can kill stuff. But if you're not playing that archetype, you're probably not killing anything that's 3/5.
unless you have the stock bomb.
Yeah, without the stock bomb.
That makes sense. All right, we got 0/0 Rinami. If all your characters are music, this gets 1k power and is a pay 1 twin drive on attack.
2/5 twin driver, not bad card. Just allows you to out triggers or push for more CX triggers if you need it.
Yeah. I've been like recently, I've been kind of on a high with like these type of cards, like level 0 twin drivers, purely because like in standby days, obviously in standby decks like very very sick. But I also think that like when you Ricky and you like grab, you can also like Ricky into this, grab it and like guarantee that when you try lane, your 3 triggers are clean. I think a lot of times, a lot of decks go or a lot of games go really poorly where like you Ricky, you try lane, your first trigger is a climax and you can't ever pay it out. So I like rate these like very highly purely because it like gets you out of those games. So like level 3 for me, I guess.
I think it's worth slot if you can afford to.
Yeah, exactly. It's also 2/5 cross turn. It might live. Smile.
Might,
Not really.
It could.
Good.
We have a 0/0 hero. Pay 1, discard 1. This is bid on stage from hand. You pay the cost. If you do search your deck for a music character, show it to your opponent, add it to hand, drop your deck, and then on attack, choose one of your music characters with 3k. That's a lot of power.
Drops are just kind of whatever. It's a fine utility card. It's one of most decks, but 3k is pretty big.
Yeah, it's pretty big. It's not bad. I think in the context of a trial deck, it's like perfectly fine. But the issue is that there are like a lot of other utility search or like salvage cards that you would probably use over this in the set, depending on the archetype you choose. So you're probably not playing this despite the 3k pump. So probably like a 2 or a 1.
Okay.
That's fair. Alrighty, 0/0 Tamari. When spit on stage from hand, like the top card of your deck, put it on the top of your deck or into the top, bottom, or waiting room. And then there's a CX swap. It's like a power crept version of the Nino one.
Is this the only CX swap in the set? I don't remember, but that's the one I put in one of my decks.
It is quite literally your only pay 1 CX swap.
Okay.
Yeah. That's
probably like the choice one, obviously. Yeah.
So I guess by default 3. Put it in your deck. You don't really have a choice.
Okay, but your
was
your
there,
level 0
was there a
deck wasn't
sack?
playing a
Was it a
CX swap.
sack character CX swapped in? Or...
There is, and that card that card is sick. That card is like a 10 out of 10.
I remember this card being really good.
2/0 Misuzu. Continuous, assist 1k. Auto, discard 1. When this is played on stage from hand, you pay the cost. If you do choose one level 2 or higher character in your waiting room, add it to hand.
Yeah, so it's a 1k assist, so you spend no stock to power up your EPs, and then you get a free hand fix, which is always pretty nice. A costless hand.
Yeah, okay. Normally, I'd be like, wow, this card's pretty good because it doesn't cost 1 stock to like hand fix. But in this set, this card is nuts. It's like borderline broken because it's your only assist that's usable. All of your other assists are assist 500 or assist to only named characters or level assists to only named characters, or it's a level assist. The only level assist we have is a 1/1 that's tied to a friggin' pants assist. So yeah, this is like a 4 out of 5.
4 out of 5.
You literally don't have any other option.
Actually crazy to me that this is the only assist.
Yeah. It's also insane that like I don't know why, but the fact that this has a soul trigger is pretty crazy to me.
Yeah, that is good. 2/0 with the soul trigger is pretty good.
Yeah.
I feel like that's not normal.
Yeah, usually you would think that they would take away the soul trigger, especially since you get to and fix for free.
Does a 2/0 combo in Macross does not have a soul trigger? It does, right?
It does.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know why I thought that then, I guess.
I mean,
Okay.
I feel like most 2-0s don't though. Because like that Mikumu was also really small, like offensively, to be fair.
All right. Yellow cards.
Alrighty,
Oh,
0-0
shizzle the B
Sumika.
arts.
Yeah, I like this. Okay, I guess you like the B arts more. I like the A art for this card more personally, but whatever. When this is reversed, if the character battle point is level 0 or lower, you may send that character to stock. If you do, put the bottom card of your opponent's stock in the waiting room. When it's done from stage to waiting, you may reveal up to 3 cards from the top of your deck. If you revealed 1 or more, choose a music character from among them, add it to hand, send the rest to waiting room, and then discard 1. So it's an on-death Rize and a stock bomb.
Yeah, so this is pretty similar to the stock bomb and Boshi Rock. This is being on death versus on reverse. Means this has a plethora of a lot more having better timings, being able to do a main phase by negging 1 or being able to wait until all your attacks decide to do the mill or not.
Yeah. So when I first announced this card or revealed this card, I wasn't that high on it. But playing it for like the last like 2.5 weeks, this card is actually so fucking nuts, dude. Like
Yeah.
it doesn't read that insane to me. It doesn't read that insane, but my fucking god, it's basically a 2-soul. Like if you think about it, but because like the Rize effect is on death, almost all people, even in Japan, will run over this card. They will not let it live. So you will almost always get a direct lane. And I don't know if you guys like took notes on like the current field in JP. Using this card in the current field in JP is nuts because it hits almost every single meta deck, and all of the cards that you hit are cards that they really, really want to resolve. So like this card is like actually bonkers nuts. In like the current field. 5. Easy 5.
Oh, a 5.
Yeah, I mean,
I feel like if you play any Gakumask deck, you have to have 4 of these cards in. This is like an automatic 4.
When I was building the sets for my mock deck list, I threw 4 of this in every deck.
Yeah, and this card is very good, and it's
like
like
this
to
is
be
better
fair,
than almost every card in the set. Like unironically.
the Bochi one was really good. So like the Bochi one being good is just like kind of tracks. So
It's also really funny because if you look at all the other sets, there are 2 sets that have cards that are smaller than this. So like you can't actually bomb them, but like Rick, you know what is it? The ReZero like Ram Ricky, the Prekonai one, but and the Oshinoko Fuka. But funnily enough, those also reverse you. They're reverse bombs. So they just reverse you and you just bomb them afterwards.
yeah,
yeah.
So it's like literally the same.
It's good.
It is good.
Big fan. Alright, 0-0 Kotone. Pay 1, put the top card of your deck in the clock. When it's put on stage from hand, you pay the cost. If you do, search your deck for a level 1 or lower character, search your opponent, add it to hand, shuffle. And then at the end of this card's attack, or when this is reversed, if you have 1 or less memory, you may send this to memory. This is literally the My Ricky.
Yeah, this is literally My Ricky, and it's a pretty nice card. Would be better if if it set your clock from waiting room, but you can't have everything.
Moj.
Yeah. So initially I had this card at like a 4. Like it's really, really good. It's like literally a carbon copy of the Mai except color difference. But like a lot of the builds that you build in Gakumask, even if you build like random piles or if you just like stick to a specific archetype, unless you're using the level 1 Magura combo, a lot of decks struggle to get through its first stack. On time safely with just the bomb. If you go through your deck safely with only the bomb, it probably means that you had a relatively average game. But if you open like 4 CXs or something, or like you draw a 3, you mulligan, and then you clock draw into 1, and you're out 4 on opening hand, you're probably not getting through your deck fast enough. And so I find that a lot of times the Saki Riki, the Look 6, is like better in those decks. Like if you're using Saki level 1 combo or something like that. And so it kind of hurts like the viability of this card a bit. So it's like so I ended up giving it like a 3.5.
Yeah. If it was the only Ricky, it's easily a 4 at least. But since there's some options where you could flex around playing the other Ricky, there's some competition.
Yeah, they're both good.
Yeah.
I mean, if obviously in the memory deck you have to play 4 of this. So if you play that gimmick, then there you go. But alright, 2-1 Senna. That's what her name was. Okay, because I remember there was the one girl. They calls for Senna's, and I'm like, I don't know who that is. All right.
Senna
So if
Joe.
you have 2 or more other Yeah, if you're 200 music, this gets 5,000 power, so it'll be a 10k, 11 with the CX. When this is played on stage from hand, if you have 6 or less cards in your deck, you may shuffle all cards from winning room back into your deck, so you get a free fresh. And then Climax combo, at the start of your Encore phase, if you have the choice Climax in the Climax area, and this is in your front row, and you have 2 or more of the music characters, search your deck for up to 2 music characters, send them to show them to your opponent, add them to hand, shuffle your deck, and then until the end of your opponent's turn, this gets 1k power. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so the 2-1 combo, unfortunately, doesn't actually get you stock back, so you are having to go -1 stock if you're play towards. There is a finisher that's pretty cheap though, so maybe that's an option. I think that's the option that boxes you.
Yeah. So this card is actually super good. Like free fresh, 6 or less free fresh is like already like pretty luxury. I think a lot of sets don't have it. I mean, to be fair, they don't have the tools to even utilize it. But a lot of sets don't have this kind of card, so it's like really, really good. Also, it sits at 10k on base almost all the time. 2 or less is like very rarely a real condition. And like so in the current field, since like your hustle's like running around a lot, and so since their level 3 sits at 10k, you're usually gonna get over them. So it's pretty sick. I like this card a lot. I've been playtesting with it a lot, and when you do manage to, even for the combo, when you do manage to pull it off, it does feel very, very powerful, even if it doesn't refund you a stock purely because it compresses you so much. And for the decks that don't run the combo, it's actually worth splashing this at like maybe 2 or 3 copies purely for the free fresh effect, because at the end of the day, it's still a pretty good beater into the current field that will get over most cards on that will get over most cards. And also I think Kevin mentioned it, but if you use this card for the actual combo, there is like a very, very, very cost efficient finisher that you can use. It only costs 4 stock to triple, and so it's like more than viable with this, right? Because you'll 4 stock almost any deck can do, even if it uses 3 stock at level 2.
As long as you're going to level 2 or 4 stock and you'll have 4 level 3.
Yeah, and there's also a card that we'll talk about later, probably. The 00 Senna CX swap. That card like can basically bond to this for free. So it's like free hand picks into this.
I totally forgot this is. I'll be honest, I didn't add it to any of my
Yeah.
lists because I forgot it was free fresh.
Honestly,
Yeah,
that's like
no, the
pretty
free
good.
fresh stuff is very good, especially because a lot of Gakuen. Okay, so like unlike a lot of other sets that get a free fresh and can't utilize it, Gakuen decks almost all compress pretty hard. And so it makes the viability of a free fresher a lot higher, just because you're going through your deck is usually so compressed that most decks can very, very, very readily go through their deck every single turn.
What would you give this again?
Probably a 4. Like a very, very strong card.
Right. 3-2 China. If you have 5 or less level 1 or higher characters in your waiting room, this gets -1 level in hand. Climax combo, when this attacks, if you have the choice comics in the climax area, this gets 4,000 power. Then reveal the top card of your deck. If it is a copy of this or a level 0 or lower character, burn 2. And then auto, when this is sent from stage to waiting room, you return this to your hand. If you do, choose 1 music character in your waiting room, send it to stock.
So this is a pretty easy EP, but you build your deck all around it, which is the specific deck that they kind of force you into, the level 0 deck. So you only play like 4 copies of this and maybe 3 to 4 of the event to be your non-zeros, and then the CX is non-zero, so it's pretty easy to always EP this in that deck. Yeah, huge B stick, a free burn, can recur it every turn because she just adds herself back and gives you a stock to play her again. Pretty nice.
Yeah, so I feel like the viability of this card is like super super dependent on like your area, because the problem with like rating a card like this is that like in Japan in particular, no one will run a Adachi, like almost no one. And so it makes cards like this way way stronger. But I think like in America and like a lot of other places in the West, a lot of people like take in double Adachis into a deck as like a standard profile. And so it makes this card like almost unplayable in those places. And so I haven't written it. The fact that it also like refunds you all of your resources every single turn is like very, very nuts. And the early play condition basically doesn't exist. The burn 2 condition I feel like is actually very, very real. In my playtesting, like I've had multiple games where like I just whiff it multiple times in a single turn. And I know like from a math perspective, that's just getting unlucky, but the fact that it can happen is like very irritating, especially because this is a deck that's like very, very all in. It doesn't really have a way to like rewind the game state like with heals and stuff, just because of the way the early play condition works. And so I ended up giving like a 4. It's like a very, very strong card. It is like basically the card that makes the zero deck worth building around, but it has like very obvious like flaws.
Makes sense. That's why I
Yep.
see it's probably not going to become top tier, but it's going to be a nice deck to play around with, especially at locals tier.
Yeah. Honestly, if you play against like locals or beginners, this is probably like a terrifying deck.
True. Don't forget the fucking the menace of Rushia and locals. Everyone can play with that.
We got 0-0 China. Climax combo. If you may choose level 0 or lower music characters in your waiting room for the effect of the China choice trigger. And then when you trigger a level 0 or lower character, choose one of your 3/2 China or level 0 or lower character in your waiting room. This turn it gets 1k power. And then brainstorm, pay 1, rest this, check 4, salvage.
Yeah, I see in chat someone literally just said being a choice CX and wanting your whole deck to be level 0s is awkward identity crisis. But then here's literally the solution to that, where you have a brainstorm that literally just says your choice CXs now grabs level 0s.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
it makes it basically fake.
Yeah, this basically turns your freaking choice trigger into a door trigger, like for all intents and purposes. That you can also send to stock. This card is like pretty good, especially in the context of the level 0 deck, obviously, because like the only place you can use it. The fact that like it turns all of your attacks into 2k power pumps, it's actually so insane. It makes almost all of your cards almost always swing over all of your opponent's card. Even if they're playing a standby deck, all of your cards will usually get over all of theirs. It's actually very, very insane. I have it at like a 3. It might be a 4. I kind of want to reserve 4s for like very, very, very like decks that are worth building around type of cards.
Yeah, 'cause
so
you can't play
probably a
this
3.
and anything else, right?
Yeah, you like literally no other brainstorm is like playable in the deck. So like you use this anyways by default, just because there's nothing else.
Sounds good.
0-0 China. When this is reversed, look at the top 3 cards of your deck, choose 1/6 from among them, add it to hand, send the rest to waiting room. Then if you added a card, discard one.
There is another Komei in this that
Komei.
we'll go over later, but it's going to be a level 1. This is your level 0 Komei, but unfortunately it's on reverse, which is a bit more awkward timing.
Yeah, but okay, so when you use the level 0 deck though, the on reverse is like kind of fake though, right? Because the reverse combo doesn't make it makes it so the opponent cannot side this card. They have to front it. So in most games, you will most likely get it off. It's just a matter of like whether or not you like the timing of it, because it has to be during your opponent's attack phase. And that can be a little bit awkward. But in terms of whether or not you'll actually get the effect off, you will almost always get it off. So it's less of an issue. The power is like on the card is 2/5, which is actually pretty nice for the level 0 deck. So that way, like on attack, it hits like 4/5, and a lot of level 1 combos are 4/5, so you can at least like kill it with only one swing. So that's like very, very relevant. So I put it here at like a 2. Helps you grab your CXs.
Yeah, I'm speaking more about outside of the level 0 deck. This might not see much play.
Oh yeah, probably not. You probably won't even use it.
Yeah.
It's probably like a 1 outside of the level 0 deck. Sorry, I assume this is level 0 deck.
Yeah. No worries, no worries.
That's fair. All right, 1-0 Kotone. When this can be played without meaning its color requirement. Memory. During your turn, if you have a card in your memory, for each of your music characters, gets 500 power. And then pay 1. When this is played on stage from hand, you may pay the cost. If you do, choose 1 cost 0 or lower music character in your waiting room. Place it on stage at any slot, and at the end of the turn, send that character to memory. So it's Ramers from Slime, but it has no color.
Yeah. So Ramorous has been printed a few times now. Decapo has one. Shiny Colors actually has one too. This one's pretty nice because you have no color requirement, but it is more fine-tuned for the memory deck with the power condition being tied to memory.
I fucking hate this card. I hate it so fucking. Okay. Oh, I fucking hate. Okay, you have to understand, man. Okay. I had this like little thing yesterday with like other people on a different Discord, and I asked people, what would you Ramorous in this set? What is worth spawning out? I was like, what is the best card? The best answer I got was the level 2 killer 1/0 Mao. Okay.
I'll give you the real best answer. You spawn
Yeah,
a copy of yourself.
and if that's the card that you're saying that you should be spawning out with this, it's a terrible fucking card. Okay, because in like Slime, you can spawn out your level 1 combo, and because of the way the card like level 1 combo worked, it was a really, really good target. But this set doesn't have a good target to spawn out that you'll realistically use in any of the decks. And so like if for instance, like the Saki level 1 combo, which is like your premier target, only gets power when it's played from hand. So you spawn it out as a freaking 5k. I'm good, man. I'm good.
You can
And it
spawn.
also deletes itself.
You can spawn out
So,
your
like,
2-0
realistically-
back row.
Oh,
Isn't the
okay,
answer
man.
pretty
Oh, my
true?
bad, man.
But like,
Bro, this card is
realistically,
terrible. In the context of Gakuen, this card just isn't that good. Like, ironically enough, the best target for this card is itself.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's
I
so
mean, I was gonna
smooth.
say, I feel like your best card is usually going to just be whatever junk you can toss away that wins a lane. Right? As long as the card wins a lane, it's
get
like probably doesn't really
Mhm.
matter because that was kind of what Slime did a lot of the time too. And these other decks with like Ramorous is they'll play the card, they'll just summon whatever garbage can win them the lane, and then throw the card away because that's like they're just deck thinning out cards they never want to see again.
Yeah, I
and it
remember
punishes the opponent
I
for
remember
like
in
giving you
Slime
shit
we
early.
play like a 107k beat stick just because
Mm-hmm.
it's a card you can just send
And you
away
do-
off
you-
Ramorous like you
you-
spawn.
Maybe it wins a lane one time, sick, goodbye forever. I don't need you again.
Yeah, I just feel like in the other sets, like having like one extra memory or whatever is like quite nice. But in like the memory deck, you already compress like so hard. You already send enough memory cards for free, mind you, so much that I'm not like so sure that like this is like that great of a card. I have it down as a 2. I'm down to change it, but yeah.
It's probably
I mean,
fine.
I would probably only ever give Ramorous a 2 regardless, but
I mean, if it's like the set's only good like auxiliary level 1, it'll go higher. But there's some other options you can play for level 1s besides specifically just.
next card 2/1. How do you say your name? Lilia?
Yeah, Lilia.
But
Lilja.
yeah, Lilja.
Like little
He's
people,
Swedish.
like little
Yeah,
Nas, like,
Lilja.
like Lil
If you
Wayne.
have 2 or more other music characters, this gets 8k, so she'll be 10,000. When displayed on stage from hand, if you have 4 or more music, this gets 1. You choose one music character in your winning room, you send it to stock. Resonate. Reveal the 3/2 Sumika. That's the girl I like. From your hand. Once displayed on stage from hand, you may pay the cost. If you do, look at the top 3 cards of your deck, choose 1 card from among them, add it to hand, send the rest to waiting room, discard the rest. You don't play this card, right?
You
You can.
Well, in the Sumi Lilica, in the Resonate deck, you do play it.
Yeah.
It's probably quote unquote one of your payoff cards.
I guess it's like a
it-
2/0, right? All right.
It's
Yeah.
similar to the Maid and Overlord. Yeah, 10k.
Yeah, okay. You're right,
Day
you're
for
right, you're right.
CXs. However, the difference is this is specifically tied in with the Sumika deck because of the Resonate. Or you specifically have to play the Sumika
You're right,
package
you're
to
right,
play
you're
it.
right.
Yeah, but at least it's like the Chop Check 3, you can add anything, so it's pretty good. I would say this is actually a really pretty good card. It's probably like one of the reasons that you want to play the whole Resonate package. It's also like mandatory. Almost if you're playing the refresh counter, this card is almost mandatory because it's the only way you're going to get a board that threatens refresh counter. Otherwise, your opponent's just going to side you for days. There aren't that many big like high level cards that you can play in the Resonate package, except for like the Center Refresher and this. And so you're basically required to play this. Also, like I mean, like I don't know, it's not like Jason, you're not too high on this type of card, but I think that's quite good.
Okay,
Top Check
to be
3,
fair,
Riplock Climax, it's
I-
pretty good.
I read that it gave the stock back, but my brain didn't also fully process that it gave the stock back. So it being a 2/0 that like it's basically just made, I'm fine. That's fine.
it's
Fine
see.
card.
Why couldn't
I
it be a
will
true
say, though-
2-0 so you can spawn it off your Ramorous?
God,
true.
okay, dude.
And it wouldn't
Oh,
proc anyways. It doesn't matter, man.
yeah, and then it
Very
goes to memory.
cool.
You can't threaten. You can't threaten. What's called refresh counter.
Yeah, but you get a 10k beat stick.
Oh,
at level
okay.
1.
Well, the other thing with this card that's really awkward though, that is like a demerit though, is it's the same EP condition. It's the same condition as the EP. You're one and only EP in the entire set,
Nice.
and so it makes it really awkward to use with this. Actually, I actually ran into that problem quite a bit. Unless you use helmet, but if you use helmet, you neg one, so it defeats the purpose.
Fair.
What would you get?
I would give it like a 3, especially because this card's quite big in the deck that it's played in.
Again,
Ready. 2/1 Ume. Pay 2, send one of your characters from stage to waiting room. When you use this card's backup, you pay the cost. If you do, choose one of your opponent's characters level is higher than your opponent's level and send it to waiting room. Try from the backup. It's an any change counter. Is that counter?
yeah, it's set counter.
Okay.
I personally don't like anti-change counter too much in these day and age. There's not too many
Oh yeah.
EP focused decks that's worth playing it for.
Yeah, it's the main issue with this card is the cost.
Yeah.
I think if they had chosen like a different cost, it'd be a lot better, like two hand. But and if it also actually went to stock because it's yellow. But the main issue is that the stock cost is 3, and most decks that you would actually want to that you could actually threaten this card with don't have like 3 stock they can just throw away. The only deck that I've tried that can reasonably like use this like regularly is the Saki the door pants combo or the door pants deck. And with the issue with that deck and using this card is that that deck almost exclusively fields like the EP level 1 combo and zeros. And if it's not if you didn't play the EP, your opponent's siding all the lanes. Or not all the lanes, but like siding the lane with like the early play they use on it.
Yeah.
So you're not ever gonna get a chance to use this.
After they're playing like an EP deck that's primarily cares about actually keeping their board like Ichika.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
And so I just don't think this is a very good card in the set. It's probably like a 1.
Unfortunate.
That makes sense.
Well, on those pay 1, ditch 1, sack 1. Not too bad.
Yeah, that's probably a lot better.
3/2 hero. Auto, discard 1 when this is put on stage from hand. You may choose a 2 opponent's characters, return it to hand, and then you pay the cost. If you do, bounce another character. It's a double bouncer, and then alarm. When on the top of your clock at the start of your climax phase, you may discard 1 card. If you do, choose one of your opponent's level 1 or higher characters. Your opponent chooses a level X or lower character in their winning room and swaps them. X equal to the character chosen, level -1. So this is just Himeno.
Yeah,
right?
Himeno bouncer,
Oh, yeah.
Setsuna bouncer. Really strong effect to have a double bounce, against the game to have double Modernia on board for an answer. Also, alarm's also pretty nice to get rid of cards like the Hasano Sword back row or the Shiny Mask back row.
Yeah, what's it called? Double bounce, very good. Put 1 in every deck probably because color's usually not an issue in any of the decks. Also, very minor, but the fact that it's level 3 is very relevant. The set has very, very few level 3s that are yellow that are worth playing, and so in the experience deck, this card is actually very, very good to level in the matchups where you don't need it.
Yeah, I think
I think play with Senna. Oh, go ahead, Kevin.
I think because you're playing the Sumika stock bomb, it's just like it's like a automatically one of inclusion in any deck. I think.
Yeah. Dude, when they revealed this, I was so happy. The sets that don't have a double bounce and the sets that do have a double bounce, it feels so different, man. The access to double bounce is so good.
Makes sense.
Throw in the
This is a good card.
Free Fresh. Throw in this. One other card you might want to throw in too. That's pretty good. That might see next. Right, next card. Wait, what'd you rate this?
1. Oh, sorry, 3.
On mode.
Oh, not
3/2. Not this. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. 3/2 Kotone. When it's put on stage from hand, choose up to one of your opponent's. Choose one of your characters from your hand whose level is equal to or lower than your level. Place it on stage in this turn. This gets 2,000 power. Climax combo, pay 2, ditch 2. When there's attacks, if you have the choice collects on the climax area, you can pay the cost. If you do, deal 2 damage to your opponent. Then until the end of your opponent's next turn, this gets the following 2 abilities. During this card's battle, you do not take damage for the auto effects of your opponent's characters, and the character cost on this gets -2 soul.
Alright, what is your actual opinion on this? Because this used to be like a fine top end, but it's like pretty hand intensive being a ditch 2 without a cantrip.
Yeah. Okay, when I revealed this, I was like, oh my fucking god, this card is sick. And then the more I thought about it, I'm like, this card is unfucking playable.
No hexproof is like pretty
It's
smooth.
fucking terrible. Okay, look, think about it like this. Like, I'm just gonna go based off the cost. Okay, the cost is set in such a way that it basically decimates your entire like game that following turn, right? You're basically not getting another turn, right? Or if you do, you're pushing up your back rows because these cards are not big enough to live cross turn. Like they just aren't. And there aren't enough like level assists or back row assists to keep this card alive cross turn, and so these cards are almost guaranteed dying. So if you're pay 2, ditch 2 in all 3 lanes, and you go down to like 0 hand, you want a finisher that will 100% kill your opponent.
Or
like not cards that will
keep you alive.
Yeah, or well, this card will probably keep you alive, But like the issue is that if you have no following turn, if your following turn is pushing up your back rows and doing 1-1-2 or 1-1-1, that's pretty shit, I think. Yeah, like if it's super heavily costed, I think generally we prefer combos that like that will literally delete your opponent off the face of the earth.
Or at least put them to like high enough damage threshold where 1-1-2 does kill.
Yeah,
More
exactly.
than
Like
enough.
exactly. But the fact that like this is only basically a burn 2 makes this card like almost unplayable. Like the next soul and the whatchamacallit, the anti-damage matter nothing, like very, very little when your following turn is going to be 1-1-1s.
And if you're not healing either, sometimes you just get pushed to 3-4 and then you need like clocking or resolve triple, and then you don't kill, the opponent is still swinging 1-1-1 and then can't
Exactly.
you.
Exactly. Yeah. So like, I initially I thought this card was really, really powerful because it did a bit of everything, but I don't think you wanted to do a bit of everything. I think you really would rather just go all in on something. And so I ended up giving it a 1. I don't think this card is playable.
Unlucky for Cultivate fans. Alright, not next card yet.
3-2 Sumika. When it's been on stage from hand or by the effects of the 3-2 Lilia, you may heal 1. Climax combo, pay 2 ditch roll when there's attacks. If you have the choice comics in the climax area and you have 2 or more other music characters, you pay the cost. If you deal 2 damage to your opponent, then send the bottom card of your opponent's deck to waiting room. If that card is an event or level 2 or lower character, deal 1 to your opponent.
Yo, it's basically
like
Gura, but one less instance, one less RNG instance. It's basically.
It's almost guaranteed to hit though. It's sick.
Well,
It does like
burn
basically
one.
always. I feel like go burn 2, burn 1.
Yeah, I mean it's basically a pay 2 ditch 1, burn 2, burn 1. It's pretty good. And like I think like if you look at all the other finishes in the set, this is probably like your highest like output finisher. Does the most damage. I think that alone probably makes it a 4. If you want like a finisher that has like high Thaler rate, this is like your only option. The other ones just don't do anything. Also, like I think it's like very realistic to double this. 6 stock to double is very cheap.
Yeah.
And if you have a good game, tripling is like realistic. It's not impossible. There's definitely games where you can triple.
Yeah, the only downside is you don't have double hand stock like Whole Life does to get tripling.
Kind of hand of stock.
Yeah.
Fucking crazy card.
Or like Chainsaw Man's double hand stock. That card's insane too.
3-2 Senna. Auto, send one of your other characters on stage to waiting room. When it's played on stage from hand, you pay the cost if you do perform one of the following 2 effects. Look at the top 3 cards of your deck, choose up to 3 music characters among them, show them to your opponent out of the hand, send the rest to waiting room, or salvage a CX. That is pretty good.
Call the insecurity card, where if you're insecure about not being able to find your finisher CX, you just slot one of this in your deck.
This is a good one.
Okay, it might be a little bit of a hot take, but I put this in a lot of my decks as a one of. And in almost every single deck except for the standard door pants deck, I just couldn't justify the cost for this. It's like a really, really nice card to have because it rips off a climax. But in the decks where you would want to use this card, you don't have the stock to use this card regularly enough to actually use it. And in the one deck, and in the one deck where you do have the stock to use it, which is the door pants deck, you don't need to use it because it has your level 1 combo like triggers pants is like no tomorrow. And so it becomes like a really, really awkward card. So I ended up giving like a 1 or a 2. I actually ended up taking it out of almost all of my decks because of that.
I have my friends playing 2 of this in the 8-door deck.
Oh shit.
2? I think it's like a 1 of at most.
Yeah, I also had
it's because of door. If they need to ever level this, it was either 2 of this or 2 of the double bouncer, and then often for.
Oh sure.
Okay.
You have a yellow target. You can.
Alrighty. 0-0 Senna. Auto. Discard 1. When this card is placed on stage from hand, you pay the cost. If you do search your deck for up to 1/0/0 Ume Brainstorm, place it on stage at any slot. Shuffle your deck afterwards. When it attacks, choose one of your other music characters. Until the end of your opponent's turn, it gets 500 power and hand on course. So it's a Toa that searches your brainstorm.
Well, the end acts as your 5th, 6th, 7th copy of your brainstorm, or like your 4th copy of your brainstorm. You're playing.
This is it's a door. Okay.
I know this sounds like actually insane, but there's a world where you use this card in door standby, and by door I don't mean the level 1 door. I mean the level 3 door, which is why that brainstorm effect is actually relevant. Um, but I think like if unless you play that very specific build, this card is pretty bad. Like the first effect basically doesn't exist unless you play the door standby build I just said. So probably a 1.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Toro was only really good in like Hololive because of the 1/1 polka, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So
Like I mean like you can use it on your standby bodyguard target, whatever it's called, the Mao, but I have a lot of issues with that card. We can talk about it later.
also, I mean, in my opinion, if your bodyguard's dying, you're probably losing anyway. To be fair, but
Yeah.
Alright, 0/0 Kotone. Memory. Pay 1, send this to memory. Look at the top 4 cards of your deck. Choose it to 1 music character from among them. Show it to your opponent. Add it to hand. Send the rest to waiting room. If you have 7 or more memory, you can choose 1 copy of this in your memory. Send it to waiting room. Look at the top 2 cards of your deck. Put them back on top in any order.
It's not a you can. It's a mandatory.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, if you have 7 or more.
Yeah.
Then
So it's true. Basically, what it's trying to do is cap you out at
so
6
funny.
memory.
Cap you at 7.
6. 7 or more, you have to sack. So you're capping at 6.
Oh, sure. Okay.
Yeah.
It's pretty nice.
pretty good
There isn't too many cards that's like pay 1, send to memory, check 4 anymore. Most of them are check 3s. However, that doesn't have a nice secondary effect like the one Sakono or Decapple does.
Yeah, it's pretty good. You know, sends deletes itself. Look at 4. Yeah, pretty standard. 2.
I don't think you can justify sliding 4 of this into a deck. Unless you do.
No, it's like 1 or 2 of
But
at
yeah,
most.
1 or 2 as for memory.
Yep. 0/0 Ume. Continuous. If all your characters are music, this gets +1 level and 1500 power. So it's a 3k level 1. Aura, at the start of your opponent's attack phase, you may move it to this empty front row center slot.
Not bad.
1.
Plus 0.
1. I don't know, man. Okay, I don't. I know people say like 3k like is like a +0 sometimes, but I'm not a believer that 3k is a +0. I think most decks will run over 3k. If you look at the current field, almost every single deck has it out to 3k, and so this card is never living. Yeah, and also like if you look at all the other zeros in Gakuen Idolmaster, they're almost all. I don't know a world where you would play this over the other zeros.
Yeah, I think it would have been better if it was just a standard 3/5 center rather than just a 3k level 1.
Exactly.
0/0 Hero. During your turn, this gives 1k power. When this card's battle opponent is reversed, choose one of your other music characters, rest it, and move it to an empty back row slot. Clean cut.
Clean cuts are always nice to have if you specifically want to do the tech for going second.
Yeah. I think I have, just it's a clean cut. Some decks will use it, I guess. 2.
It's an option.
I haven't. Yeah, I only found it useful in like the zero deck, but even then, I had other zeros I would rather play. It doesn't really have that much of a slot, a place in any of the decks, to be honest.
Unlucky.
1/0 Senna. Experience 2. If the sum of your level cards in your level zone is 2 or more, this gets 3k power, so it'll be a 6/5. And then with this step from stage to waiting room, you can look at the top 3 cards of your deck, choose up to 1 6 from among them, add it to hand, send the rest to waiting room. If you add a card to hand, discard 1. It's an on-death Kome.
So I mentioned having another Kome. This is the Kome I was talking about. It's okay. That's about it.
Yeah, the condition is very real. That experience 2 condition is very hard for most decks.
Yeah, unless you're specifically playing the experience deck.
Yeah, so I have it at a 2, just because of that. This card is almost unusable in most decks, just because of that condition. Unless you're okay with the 3/5 beater, which I don't think you are.
I'm good.
I'm good. Alright, 1/0 Kotone. Pay 1 send this to waiting room. Choose 1/0 TD Kotone CXC in your waiting room. Place it on stage and in this card's former slot. And this turn it gets 2k power and 1 soul.
Why can't it be free like Bang Dream? Free change.
True.
That's all I'll say.
Yeah, so you have to if you use this, you have to use cigarettes, obviously. And my note here says, Kotone level 1 combo sucks. I'd rather insert something not good here myself than use cigarettes. So I'm good.
Oh, what the? Okay.
I'm good.
You give it a 1.
I hate cigarettes, man. I wish they would stop printing cigarette combos.
Oh, why couldn't
Taste,
you
taste,
even make
taste.
this a 3K with a Soul Trigger either?
Look, when they print a cigarette combo that's what's called deal uncancelable damage to your opponent, then we can talk. But until then,
Okay.
Facts. 1-0 China. Discard one when spit on stage from hand. You hit the cost. If you do, choose one of your opponent's level 1 or higher characters. If you do, your opponent chooses one level X or lower character from their waiting room. Swap them. X equals to the level of the character chosen by you -1. So it's just a level down. 1-0 level down.
Yeah, well, the
Yeah,
Japanese
just play the
people
hero.
call highlight. We
yes,
call
just
level down.
just play the hero. Just play the hero, man. I don't know why you would play this over the hero. One.
Hero is
You can
the
play this
bouncer,
one
right?
down. You can.
Yeah, the 3/2 double
can-
bounce. Just play
Yeah,
that, man.
Yeah.
But you can play this at level 1, pointy fingers. So that makes it.
Okay, man.
Well,
Wait, you
you can
can
also
level
play-
down at level 1 with that.
Yeah, you can level down to level 0 if you want
Oh,
to.
choose alarm. Wait, just kidding.
Yeah,
So true.
bro.
So true. My bad. Alrighty. 2-1 Sumika. Pay 1 when you use this card's backup. If you have 2 or more CXs with a choice trigger and 2 or more CXs with a pants trigger in your waiting room, you pay the cost. If you do, free fresh. So from the counter.
Yeah. It's a
Free
free fresh. It's
specific
pretty
for
good.
this specific deck.
If you play
Yeah,
that
there
deck.
are like there are multiple decks you can play this in because the level 2 Santa card combo exists. But those decks have a hard time with getting stock, and so even if it's just only one extra cost, a lot of them have a hard time justifying the cost for it. But like, it's better to have it and after you triple trigger than not. So 3.
True.
Wait, if you triple trigger, it's so hard to use. Hard to have the kid. You need 2 of 2 each, so you need 4 in bin. And then if you triple trigger, you have 3 in stock.
But then that's why you would need to use it, right? Because you're gonna die next
I
turn.
guess so. You said 2, right?
Yeah. Oh no, 3. I actually do think refresh counters in general I rate very highly. After using the refresh counter in Eurocamp, dude, refresh
They're
counters
good.
are sick. They're friggin' sick.
I meant didn't play during day alive days.
Yeah, right? It shows. Alrighty, 0-0 Kotone. Discard a climax with a choice trigger. When this put on stage from hand, you pay the cost. If you do, choose a CX with a choice trigger in your waiting room, add it to hand. Free CX swap.
Free CX swap for a choice deck, but
Yeah.
How
So
much
if you're using the
how much
level 1
choice
Kotone combo, it's a 1. If you're using it with the Senna Sumika climax lineup, it's a 3. So I average 2.
Okay. Fair enough. Quick maths. 0-0 Sumika. When it's put on stage from hand, or when it's attacked, choose one of music characters. This turn it gets to generate power.
this is only probably play one level 0 deck, right? Just for more. Outside that, don't really need it.
It's okay.
level 0 deck plays this,
You'll probably
right?
have like a 1 or 2 of in the Saki deck, just because, or at least I did, just because sometimes you'll have a card you can't get over, especially a 2/2.
I would rather have the drop search, the power bump. In that case,
The problem is that card's 500 power, so like it's very in the decks where you would need that.
1K.
Okay, but you can give it to itself.
Yeah, but the drop search can also give it to itself.
Okay. Okay, fair. Fair enough. Okay, still 2.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Alright. 0-0 Lilia. Resonate. Discard 1. Reveal the 3/2 Sumika from your hand. When spit on stage from hand, you may the cost. If you do, choose one character with Lilia or Sumika and its name, add it to hand.
If you play specifically a heavy focus Lilia and Sumika deck, combo with that level 3 combo, not a horrible card, but you're gonna miss out being able to grab a lot of E cards that you might be off name.
Yeah. I started. This card's actually like really nuts in the deck that it's for. It's just dude. Free hand fix is so insane.
Yeah, it's really
I don't
good.
know. Yeah. Every single time I play, every single time I use this card, I had like 2 copies, and I kept wanting to increase it because the free hand fix is just so good. So I had a 3.
What was the 2-1? Check
Which
3?
2/1?
Check 3.
Yeah, it's check 3.
That's
yeah, check 3.
Lilia.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, there's some pretty good targets. Yeah. That's all.
Yeah, I mean, this card also makes it so your mulligan is like way like laxer, right? You can ditch like a ton of zeros and it's still fine.
What would you give this?
Oh, 3. Sorry.
You're good. Alright, 0/0 hero. During your turn, for each of your other level 0 or lower characters, gets 1k power. This card gets fucking huge.
Yeah, so it gets plus 4k if you have full board level 0, so it's 6.5. Specific, obviously, this is fine tuned for the level 0 deck, but it's a pretty nice card. Board.
Yeah. Essentially, base 7/5 with CX. What's it called? One attack, you're instantly at 9/5. Dude, this card is so big for no reason. Jesus Christ. 3. You're basically always playing this card.
When that card came out, I was like, oh, maybe this level 0 stuff is like pretty real. Because now this card lets you actually contest like most level 1s.
Bro, you can kill a Luna at level 0.
Yeah, you can actually kill big things. I'm sure you've done that to Johnny. Nice. Very cool.
I used double brainstorming and pump 6k with triple triggers.
Yeah, trigger, bang. Alright, 1/0 Ume. If all your characters are music, this gets 2,000 powers, it'll be 6k. When this card's battle opponent is reversed, I'll go top 2 cards of your deck, put them back on top of your deck in the order.
1.
It's a card.
Well, I don't.
Yeah,
I'm like I like struggle to think of a situation where you would actually want to use this card.
Yeah, I'm good. Thing 1.
Alright, 1/0 Lilia. When this attacks this turn, this gets X power, X equals the number of your other music characters times 500 power. Resonate. Reveal the 3/2 Sumika from your hand when this attacks. Pay the cost. If you do, reveal the top card of your deck. If it is level 1 or higher, send it to stock. This card's fine.
A nice
this card is
for the deck.
Yeah, this card is actually so cracked in the context of like Gakumas because in most other sets, having like with stock charging a level 1 or higher is like very, very like normal. But in Gakumas, this card is almost guaranteed to hit. Because there's like a 2/1 that lets you look at top 4 of your deck, rearrange. So you're almost guaranteed to attack in an order that will hit this card, unless you literally only hit like zeros, which is very unlikely.
Oh, that card I remember. Fun.
Yeah. So you're almost this basic card base should basically read like free stock charge. Basically,
I was trying to remember.
It's actually nuts.
I was trying to remember what card fucking lets you check board rearrange. But I remember now. Okay.
Yeah. So I have this card at like a 3, 3.5. It's very good.
Yeah, it seems good.
But you can't do that until level 2. So level 1, you're like...
Yeah, you can do it to level 2. But if you're doing level 1, you're probably worried more about hand, so...
Alright. 2/1 Kotone. When it's put on stage from hand, and we choose one of the 2 of your characters, they gain the following effect. When this card's reversed, if the card's battle opponent is higher level than your opponent's level, you may send that character to stock. If you do, send the bottom card of your opponent's stock to waiting room, and this has 2 soul.
I know! I'm sorry, Christian Yarbrocker has a Omega disdain for this card, being a 2 soul with a double hard remove. Anti-change 1.
They keep power creeping this card more and more.
Yeah.
Because Japan refuses to play these type of profiles no matter how good they get. I feel like if it also did like on play burn 1, then they might start playing it.
I feel like V0 is the only
they'll
deck.
give it an on play free fresh profile and make it like a 500 power card.
Yeah. Like I think ReZero is the only deck I've seen that they actually have played this, and it's like it's still like niche. Like some people will play it just because they're playing like the memory drop search.
I think
stuff.
a lot of time they're like weird color though.
Yeah, usually they're like a weird color.
Yeah, because in Bunny Girl is also green, and green was not super easy to play towards if you except for that one ban list where you're
like literally your deck was the one that put it on color for that card.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, like, I guess that's like a good thing about Gakuen. It only has 3 colors, and they're all like relatively accessible. A lot of the staple cards are in all 3 colors, so your deck will most likely use all 3 colors. So color is like almost never an issue. So I just have it at like 2. There's a lot of standby. Your cards can't get over. Put 1 in.
The 2 soul on this is pretty sick though. Actually.
Yeah, I love the random tech cards that are 2/1s that get 2 souls now.
Hoggies.
2/1 event. Choose one of the following 2 effects and resolve it. If you have 5 or less level 1 or higher characters in your waiting room, choose the 1 CX in your waiting room, add it to hand, then choose one of your yellow characters, turn it gets 3k power. Or you could pay 2 if you may pay cost. If you do, choose one of your yellow characters this turn, it gets +1 soul and the following ability. Once per turn when this card attacks, burn 2.
I say it used a lot in specifically the level 0 deck just so that because of the first effect it allows you to bring your EP combo, being able to the extra copies of your CXs. I haven't seen it used too much outside of that though.
Yeah, the really awkward thing is that even within the level 0 deck, I used it. You probably want to cut it though, because it's a miss on like some of your cards or almost all your cards, and so that's like really awkward. So it's like very anti-synergistic with the tech that it's meant for. So I probably like it too.
It's pretty
It's
unfortunate.
okay. Yeah. Like I don't know why they didn't also make it hit on this. If you want people to use it, you should make it hit on this.
You know, at first when I translated I thought it did hit off this, but yeah, it's like
Yeah,
wait,
that's unfortunate. So wait, what are you
Alright.
playing instead of that card then in the deck?
just
Out
I
of
assume just a
curiosity.
Kome, the
I'm
reverse Kome.
Yeah.
Oh, I
I'm
guess that
expecting
makes sense.
Kome, yeah. I mean, your
Alrighty,
bottom
maybe.
combo is gonna be a pants, so you'll play
Yeah,
with it.
yeah. So that helps too, for sure.
Alright. Oh yeah, yellow's a big. Alright, 1 hour done, 2 more hours to go. Red.
Or Box just starts tearing this shit apart, and then we zoom through red like it's nothing. We'll find out.
What do you mean? We're
What?
about to hit the
So
mold
I'm
arc.
down.
Box is about to hit
Yeah.
the molding arc. This
Okay,
is the
I think
molding
red is
arc.
the worst fucking color
Yeah,
in
yeah,
Gakuen
see,
Idolmaster.
that's
so
why
sure
For what it's
about to
worth.
hit the
It's
molding arc.
unironically the worst color.
Okay, we'll find out if he molds or if he also just speed races it. We'll find out. But the molding is good content, so don't hold back. 0-0 Rinami. If all your characters are music, this gets 1k power. Accelerate. Put the music character from the waiting room to the bottom of your clock at the start of your climax phase. If it's in the front row, you may pay the cost. If you do search your deck for a music character, show it to your opponent, add it to hand, then discard one and shuffle your deck.
It is
I like this
Calliope
card.
from
Yeah.
Summer Hall.
Oh yeah,
but
but it's a
3K.
double R for some reason. I don't. Okay, I still don't understand why this profile is a double R. Can someone explain to me why this is double R? How the fuck did one of our fucking double R slots go to this goddamn card?
I blame Hololive.
Because it's
Like it's not that like even in a standby deck, it's not that insane to me.
I think
but
it would be good in the standby deck if you had a good 1/1 standby combo, but because you don't, it's kind of muted.
No,
Yeah.
bro.
I mean,
even with a good standby combo, it's like it's awkward because it's not Rui shirt.
Yeah, like
Like
how can people tell me that a fucking what's it called, Foolish Burial is like an uncommon profile that bounces back to fucking hand when this shit's a double R? Like I don't know. Like when they release,
Okay,
also
the Foolish Royal being a common was kind of low key.
that was shit was ridiculous. Yeah.
Whatever, man. Okay, I'm good. So I put it at 3. Okay, one note is that obviously it's like good in standby deck, or you probably have to use it in standby deck because it's like your ditch target for your bounce. But it's actually not bad in whatchamacallit, your 1k1 decks. And yeah, free. It's at the end of the day, it's free hand fix.
And Pat
Yeah.
played theirs too.
And it's a perfectly real body. 3k is big, actually.
In Gakumas it is.
Yeah. I mean, Callie's only 25. Callie's literally this card just has that text on it.
Okay, I actually had someone try to justify to me that the fact that it's 500 power bigger means it's a double R.
that could be the
No.
reason why, bro. Okay,
I mean,
Bro,
that could be how they justify.
okay, but
it.
the summer set was a premium booster, so there is no rarities
Yeah,
in the summer
that's-
set. This is like the
That's also
first time
why-
this profile is actually being printed as
No.
a regular
Nuh-uh.
booster. No,
Nuh-uh.
what other set had it?
Disney or Pixar had it. Lightning McQueen, man.
I have no idea.
I don't
know that.
remember. If,
There's a-
if
there's
I
a
don't remember,
Lightning
it doesn't exist if I don't remember.
I'll go while we're doing this. I'll go find the
All right,
in that
read the
card.
card
There's a
first,
Lightning
though.
McQueen and Pixar. All right, yeah, I will. 1-0 Mal. If you have 2 or more other music characters, it gets 4k power and the following ability. When this card attacks, if the character across from this is level 2, this gets 6k power. And then it has Clock Encore. I know
Okay.
Box was multi about this card when it got spoiled. It was really funny.
Card is going to
Okay.
be important for 1-year finisher, and that's about it.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
Yeah, pretty much.
Otherwise, it's
Okay.
a P-stick.
Okay, to be honest though, this card's a lot better than I thought I gave it credit for.
Yeah.
Really. But yeah, it's only a 3. It's a level 2 killer. You put in 1 or 2 in each deck. You call it a day.
It's not
Yeah,
as good
I
as the
thought this
Million
card
Live
was
one.
pretty okay.
Yeah, I will talk about the interaction with the finisher and when we see the finisher.
This card's fine.
That's fine. All right, stop looking. More reading.
Q. 1-0 Saki. When this is placed on stage from hand, this gets 3k power. It's 8k. It's just like Chiaki. It's crazy. When this battle opponent is reversed, if you have the door CX in the CX area, build top card of your deck, choose 1 level extra lower character from your waiting room, add it to hand. If the revealed card is a music character, send it to stock. X is equal to the level of the revealed card.
So it's similar to the bar combo in Year Camp, but obviously being a door is a bit worse to some people, being a force better to some people.
Damn, is he calling me out?
Biggest difference is that it doesn't blind stock, so you do get the clean stock, but you can with the free stock.
Someone has to sit me down and like explain to me why this card is good. I think this card sucks.
Do you like Chiaki?
Yes, I think Chiaki is infinitely better in almost every.
I think Chiaki is better because she's a bar, but I actually think the stocking on this is really nice.
Okay, here's the thing. Here's like one of the biggest issues I have with this deck. Okay, with Chiaki, if you triple and you have 7 cards left in deck, you're guaranteed to mill down to 1, right?
That is fair.
In this one, you have no idea if you have like 1 and 7, like if you're going to like randomly stop and like leave 2 or 3 clean on top. Like
if you have 1 and 7, wouldn't you only ever leave 1 on top anyway?
No, but what if if you're one of your stock charges fails, because of this card, or because of it's a climax, and then your next trigger triggers over it, you'd leave like 2 in deck instead. It's like it makes sure like actual you end up taking like a random damage when you shouldn't. I don't know, like everything about this card reads so much worse. Also because in the context of Eurocamp, when you play bar pants, you have a fail case, like a 2-1 combo to play. In the case where like your opponent just doesn't leave your reverses, because obviously having like requiring a reverse does have counterplay to it. And so you can play that 2-1 as a fail case. But in the case of Gakumas, there isn't a 2-1 combo that you can early play or whatever that you can use instead. So you're basically forced into this line, and if your opponent plays around it, you're just boned. And if you look at the current field, a lot of decks actually deny you reverses. Eurocamp denies you reverses. Oshinoko denies you reverses. Bang Dream denies you. Can you deny reverses in 2 double lanes? Whatchamacallit? I think there were like more, but like there were a lot of decks that can.
How does Eurocamp deny reverses?
You can clean cut. A lot of if they see you playing this card,
sure.
They'll only field 2 cards and they'll clean cut 1.
Okay.
So they only give you 1 reverse. You can never.
Yes, and so it's very real. Like resource management in those matchups is like very, very real. And because you don't have a backup plan, and because a lot of your memory cards, like in particular Helmet, will explicitly neg you 1, it can be difficult.
Yeah, that's fair.
So I gave this a 3. I think a lot of people think it's a lot. Like I think this card is so overrated.
But everything I've seen on Twitter so far is like
okay, dude. Okay, the thing is that like the memory deck in general, the cards around the memory deck are so good that like it doesn't matter, right? Because that deck hits like 8 and 20 compression rate every game. Maybe not every game. There are games where you triple trigger with this because of this fucking combo and you die. But if it's not like that, you know.
I also feel like that deck was like the easiest to build without like any thought. If you wanted to play a deck like on set release, like
that was
just
the deck.
It's jam the memory cards.
Yeah, what do you mean? Like super. The level 0 deck is also just smooth brain. Just makes it level 0.
Yeah, no. Ironically, the level 0 deck takes way more thought than this deck to build. I promise.
Yeah, it probably does because you have to like actually think about zeros. But even then, what were the two decks that you saw the most of so far, Kevin? It was Pants Choice and Door Pants. So
don't knock my boy Bushi Matsui with his 8 door deck.
Oh, that's true. Okay. He also won with it too.
Yeah.
I'm not flaming him. I'm just saying what you saw the most of were the 2 decks that were arguably the easiest to figure out.
Good amount 8 door.
Good amount 8 door. Your spreadsheet doesn't say so. Your spreadsheet only says 1, man.
So?
Nope.
I don't look at that. I input data like a robot and then turn it off.
Yeah, and then you just spread misinformation afterwards. It's crazy.
Hey, is this man?
I remember seeing a lot of it. I saw 1 on Twitter and my local. That's crazy. That's a lot.
Yeah.
And also the one that
copy and paste over and over.
218 people in my locals played 8 door. That's a lot.
Yeah, and then the one that you saw the 8 door was a 3-man locals. Very cool, dude. But
wait, I did that on Bushimatsu thing. What the fuck did Bushimatsu win then?
It was like some CS. It was like some unofficial singles tournament, I think.
You just didn't upload it, I guess, because you hate Bushimatsu, I guess.
I think he went 7-0 or 9-0. I forgot which one, but yeah, he went. He did quite well with it.
Did the tournament itself post the results?
They probably did somewhere, but it's a tournament I've never heard of.
You can figure that out after this.
Yeah.
All right. 3-2 Ume. Auto. Send one of your other music characters on stage to waiting room. When it's put on stage from hand, you may pay the cost. If you do, put the top card of your clock into stock. Climax combo, experience 6 when it's attacked. If you have the draw cards in the climax area and you have 5 or less hand, and the sum of the card in your level zone is 6 or more, choose one of the following 2 effects and resolve it. Shuffle up to 3 cards from your opponent's waiting room back into their deck, and this gets 1500 power, or you can pay 1, burn 2.
Yeah. So
Wow.
I think Kevin mentioned this earlier, but the double R Mao, the level 2 killer, it's a clock encore. And so you're basically required to play that 1/0 Mao with this card. So that way you can guarantee that you have stock to heal with. Or sorry, you have clock to heal stock. Because a lot of the good players, what they'll do is they'll just hit you to 3/0 and stop. They'll actually just not attack one last time just so that you don't have clock to heal with. And so in those scenarios, you basically have to play the 1/0 Mao to ensure that you have something to heal off of.
That's pretty sick though.
Yeah, it is. It is a really very like haha tee like funny interaction. Also because like the Mao is probably a card you want 1 or 2 of in all the decks anyways. So, but the real good point about this card, is the fact that it can also shuffle back. So it means that it has like insane synergy with your stock shuffle. It's kind of like ReZero, where your opponent's basically forced into a situation where no matter which deck state they leave you, it's not ideal for them, right? Because if they leave you fresh deck, you're gonna stock shuffle them, and if you leave them with if they leave you 1 card, you're gonna annihilate them. Right? You're just gonna shove back 3 and kill them.
It's just Russia all over again, man.
Yeah, exactly. And so that's what makes this card very strong, even though it's only a burn 2.
Yeah, that's why I like this finisher, because it's like also the best deck to abuse with stocks off Fumio.
Yes, exactly.
This combo being so 3 stock.
Yes, it's so efficient.
Well, it's 4 stock because you need it's pay 1 attack. It's
not
like
3 stock to play them, bro. 3 stock to play them. Bro.
Yeah, but it's not like bullshit rock.
Right. Right. You need the 1. All right. Yeah, you need the 1.
Also, okay, low key though, if you play this in the experience deck, it's not even a neg 1 to sack. Because a lot of the times, well, in my experience deck, your Sentinels will live. So you'll already have targets that have lived cross turn to sack with, and so you don't even have to neck hand for it. Like, this card is so good in the context of like the experience deck.
Well, I mean, sometimes you might have to neck hand anyway if you don't have if you have too much hand.
Oh, that's true. That's also true.
Yeah. I had that happening with Oshi. There was like games where I'm playing with Oshi and I'm overhand. I have to like just toss cards out of my hand to be because
I've actually had that at regionals, dude. I've had that at regionals with my opponent because we were going to time. My opponent slammed. He's like, "Fuck! I have 7 hand."
He's like, it happened to me because I'm just sitting there. I'm like, I want to play my 3/2 changer, draw a card, and I'm like, all right, sick. And then I'm like, oh fuck. I have too much.
I've had games where I ask my opponent, "Would you like to draw?" because they forgot, and they're like, "Oh yeah," and they drew, and then they went over hand limit.
That's toxic. That's toxic.
Bro, I didn't know. It just happened to work out like that.
Like, oops. Yeah, like at least this card doesn't draw, so the chance to hit 5 or less hand is a lot more real. But yeah, I think this card's actually pretty cool. I
gave it a 4. I think it's one of your best finishers in the set.
Also, I feel like you're biased because you like this character.
But also, I will say a bad thing. One of the bad things about this card is the experience condition is very real. 6 is really hard. It's like a lot of times I end up just fucking clocking a copy of itself.
Leveling a copy of itself, yeah.
Smoj. Where's your Memcho level 0, man? That card is so sick.
Yeah, Smoj, man.
There isn't too many good level 3 reds besides herself and one other card that you don't want.
Yeah, where's your red early play?
Yeah, where's your red early play, bro?
Yeah. Okay, man. Fuck off. God, I was losing my mind over that early play. Fuck.
0/0 Saki. During your turn, this gets 3k power, so it's a 35 offensive. And then put the top card of your deck into clock. Once put on stage from hand, you may pay the cost. If you do put the top card of your deck into stock, I see people playing this in the 0/0 deck.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine cards like Takamichi back in the day.
It's Takamichi. It's basically Takamichi.
Yeah. I just think I'm a bit spoiled because of fucking Hasuma having the Wind Drive version of this, which is so much better.
Okay, man.
It's fine. Ironically enough, it being 3/5 makes it like your biggest level 0 swinger. It's pretty decent. Probably has like a 1 or 2 of. Probably like maybe like a 1 or a 2. It's fine.
I mean, it helps.
I don't think you want to punch yourself that much.
From what I saw, I feel like I saw somebody talking about the level 0 deck in on Twitter, and they were like talking about you just play all the clock yourself cards because like you want to just 2/0 combo and go.
Yeah, I mean,
Right.
like the main. Okay, so I know I saw it. I saw that as well. I didn't feel that way like playing the deck. I actually felt like I wanted to like play a normal game and to go through first deck to keep clock
Mhm.
compression and then do the level 2 combo. I feel like this card is really really good in the games where like you're just one stock short to triple. Um,
And that
yeah,
definitely happens because your
yeah,
selection
exactly.
for your combo is not great. So you got to brainstorm and then
Exactly,
yeah,
exactly. So I think those are the games where this is good. So, but I don't think you want this in high copy, so I'd probably give it like a 2.
that's fair.
Yeah, you don't stand for like in Asu.
0/0 Ume, all of your other music characters get 500 power. And then rest this, choose a card in your level zone and a music character in your waiting room and swap them. Level
There's a
swap.
better level swap at 0/0 helmet. I'm good.
Yeah,
That card is
one.
pretty good. I do remember that card.
Thank
Terrible.
you. Next.
I actually did use this card for a good while until because we didn't have a fucking assist in the entire set until
Ah.
like the last 3 days.
You were down bad.
Okay, bro, my man was actually down bad.
It's like, oh, you have no idea how much I was so God, it was so
Oh, this card is
miserable.
Pog. I bought this card.
Okay, this card is like
Realize.
this
Yeah,
card
this is
easy.
pretty good.
Okay,
Yeah.
if the
Alright,
experience deck was the meta deck, this would be a like a
okay.
10 out of
Can you
5.
let him read the card effect first?
I'll read the card first. Then you can Pog. 0/0 Senna. Auto, discard one climax, send one of your other characters on stage to waiting room. When it's put on stage from hand, you may hit the cost. If you choose one CX in your waiting room, add it to hand. Experience 2, discard one when this is put on stage from hand. If the sum of the cards in your level is 2 or more, and you may pay cost. If you do, choose one character with experience or one character with Senna in its name. In your waiting room, add it to hand.
Yeah, so in almost all decks,
Good.
this card is like even as a generic card, this card is insane because it's a CX swap that's costless, and it basically hard bonds to your free fresher, which is a card that you'll probably use in most decks or almost any deck that you play just to like free fresh. But right, so it's already like a 3 baseline, right? But if you play the experience deck, this card is absolutely bonkers. It's like a 10 out of 5 because it bonds to every single combo card in your entire deck, like all 12. Like any point you can grab them, and it's also a CX swap, so it means that you can run. So okay, when I say experience deck, it's the deck that I run, which is level 1 Lilia, level 2 Senna, level 3 Ume. And because you run a triple CX lineup, having this in high quantities is actually insane because it means that you always have access to almost every single CX in your deck because you'll always have a CX swap in hand and you'll always be able to infinitely recur all of your combos, regardless of if you get stuck at level 1, you'll be able to grab your Lilias again. If you get to level 2, you can hard grab your Santas again. You can clock all of your experience targets to level or clock, and so that way when you level up, you can have them in waiting room ready to go. Like this card is actually so insane. I have it at 4. I wish I could give it a 5, just because like it's just so good. But the experience deck isn't the meta deck, so I can't really justify 5.
Understandable.
That is fair. I did see one of the level 0 combo decks playing a copy of this card, and I didn't know if the experience actually had. There's a card like you could bomb with 2 experience, or if it's just a stack CX swap. But I'm assuming
It's just for the stack CX because because it's costless or stockless.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, unfortunately, the alarm is not experience alarm. That we'll talk about later.
Okay, dude.
That would be insane. 1/0 Rinami. Continuous. If you have a character in the front row center slot, it gets 1k power. And brainstorm. Pay one rest this. Check 3. Add 1 brainstorm.
It is specifically for a specific deck we'll talk about in a couple cards, which is the 8 standby deck that focuses around a bodyguard. Being able to pump 1k center slot is gonna be nice for that deck. Otherwise, I think it's still only check 3 brainstorm, but it's not the standby one.
It is. Even in non standby decks, the 1k to center lane is really really nice, especially if you use the level 1 Maguro combo, since it already sits at 6k base. So yeah, it's pretty good. 3.
Why didn't have a soul trigger like this?
Okay, man.
like
Let's
this.
not start adding soul triggers to random 1/0s.
I'll tell that to Hall first.
Oh god.
1/0 Saki. During your turn, all of your other music characters get 1k power. Memory, rest this. If you have 3 more different colors in your memory, look at the top 2 cards of your deck, choose the 2 cards from among them, put them on top of your deck in the order, send the rest to waiting room.
Do you actually play this in the memory deck? I kind of looked at this. It's like I don't really know if I can justify slot.
100% you do.
Okay.
No, you 100% play this.
Just for the 1k power. So you
Every list I saw was playing it.
Okay.
Yeah. Also because there aren't good back rows in the Gakumas to begin with. So like, and having double of the Tamari brainstorm, the memory brainstorm, kind of sucks, right? Because you kind of
Yeah.
want to send the other one to memory.
Yep.
So this is takes the other field slot.
Okay.
It's really good.
I just
Um,
prefer-
Also because it turns all your brainstorms into brainstorm 6.
Oh yeah, I guess then yeah, that's fair. And it helps you confirm your first combo.
Exactly.
Alright, what would you give this?
A 3 or a 4, 3.5.
Alright. 3 it is.
3 it is. 2-2 Rinami. Continuous assist, 1500 power. Climax combo. Sack a standby. When the start attack phase, you pay the cost. If you do, choose a music character in the waiting room, add it to hand. Act. Discard 1-0-0 Rinami. Accelerate. Choose one of your opponent's characters. Return it to hand.
Mm-hmm. So your first standby combo of the standby deck. Since it's start attack phase, you can use this at the moment you standby her out. It's a 1/5 assist, and then having it bounce means you can get free direct lane for your bodyguard if you need to.
This combo is unbelievably mid. I felt almost nothing playing it. I almost felt like I didn't even want to play the combo part and just use it as an assist that can bounce. To be quite honest with you,
That is very
like the thing is that in the standby deck, your center lane is already so big that it'll probably keep plussing you respectably throughout the game. So I don't think so. 10 wasn't too terribly of an issue. So the +1 was mostly only for like the heart selection. And so I don't know. I found this combo to be very underwhelming. Like 3 or 2.
Unlucky. A 2.
3-2 Mao. No Kevin. Bad. Climax combo. Send the standby CX to CX area. When CX area to the waiting room at the start of your attack phase, if you have 2 or more of the music characters, you may pay the cost. If you do, stand this, and until the end of your opponent's next turn, this gains the following 2 abilities: Hexproof and Bodyguard. Auto, pay 1 ditch roll when this card direct attacks, you may pay the cost. If you do mill 1, then deal X damage to your opponent. X is the number of this card's level +1. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Level +1.
So with the hexproof and bodyguard, it means the only way to out this card would buff in Adachi. Even if this is already on your board, you can just use
Whoa.
standby combo again just to give it a
Hello?
bodyguard and hexproof
Hello.
again.
You good?
Welcome back. Oh,
Mr. Andrew?
Andrew.
Oh no, he's dying.
Oh, Japan does not like Canada.
The Japanese internet. Oh.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
Oh,
My
you
internet
good?
died.
Alright.
Damn, you hate Mao that much? That's crazy.
Damn,
Okay.
That's true.
Okay, so it's not that okay. The combo itself is sick. The combo itself is actually very sick. It does almost everything you would want out of a bodyguard type combo, but the surrounding supporting cards just aren't good enough. The main issue is that in the current field, Hasu will literally just have two. You know, there are 2K like pump bounce to hand card, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like what literally
It's
what they'll do is they'll just put their like 2/2 or like a 3/2 in the center lane. They'll what's it called? They'll double
2K.
pump it. Yeah, and then they'll stand out the 3/2 back row like 1/5 assist. And then they're instantly at like 17/17/5. And you're just like with your dick in your hand, you're like, okay, what do I do? Right? Like and they're all and with the 2/2 like encore that bounces, they're just gonna like bounce one of your assists, and you'll instantly be under. And the issue is they'll keep doing that turn after turn after turn, like without fail. And it's very hard. It's a lot easier for them to do that repeatedly than for you to slam the same combo over and over and over. And so it makes this card like very miserable to play into in the current field. I think if Hasu disappears and like, oh, by the way, this is not even talking about Amagami. You're literally never going to get over their cards in Amagami. You're 100%.
That's so true.
Yeah, this is 100% getting deleted, right? Like, and so like in the current field, this card is borderline unplayable. Like there just isn't enough.
Amagami's not getting banned.
Yeah, if we had a support that was like to center lane plus 5k, maybe we can justify seeing this card. But like these cards just don't exist. It's just way too small.
Alright. So
Even-
what you
even
gotta
level 0 deck
do?
kills this card, man.
Have 2/2/2s in a row. Have a brainstorm front row. Have the 1/5, the card that pumps 1/5 cross turn, and hit standby to standby over the 1/5 to get the other one. The other that pumps 1/5 center lane.
And how much does that get you?
Okay, dude. Also, by the way, unironically, this is your best climaxless finisher. Like unironic. You play hero double bounce and 2 of these. Unironically, your best finisher.
Yes, all finishes.
It's
Oh,
so
it's so
smooth.
expensive. The all finish though.
It's so smooth,
Yeah,
Last time to
man.
talk about anti-synergy. Okay.
We didn't get to the EP
Oh
yet,
yeah,
man.
okay, dude. I can't believe it. We haven't talked about the early play, but oh my fucking god. Okay, so we have an early play we're gonna talk about later, and it's basically anti-damage. Like, you can't do burn damage, but it's
Yeah.
only to battling characters. This card literally
was
takes
so
the
funny.
battling state of all your fucking characters. Why? Like, literally, your early play literally just doesn't have a secondary text. Like, what the fuck?
I watched that happen with some guys that were like streaming games on Discord. I thought it was so funny. He like plays the early play. I looked at him and I'm like, "Hey man, that card like doesn't work." And then the guy
can't
attacked and he's like,
fucking
"Oh
believe it.
yeah."
Dude, okay, I didn't even realize it until someone told me. And the moment I was like, I fucking hate Bashir. I fucking hate Bashir. Why couldn't
That
they
was
just make
so
it the
funny.
character in front of this one?
Yeah,
My
that's what I
fucking
thought it was
God.
at first too. I was like, "Huh."
Like, it's like
Nope.
not like the
So
card
that
is
you can
already like good
side
enough.
and
Like, bro,
fight
who the
around.
fuck cares?
It's like Natsu. You can side it and it's like which burn off.
Mind you, that EP is still fucking like the most expensive card in the set.
Yeah, because it's the only
So,
EP the set
It's
has.
the only EP.
The only EP healer the set has.
Bro, that EP being released single-handedly made this combo like obsolete and like it like, literally like irrelevant. Like it was already like pretty bad before, but my fucking god, did it put the final nail in the coffin?
7. All right, what'd you get this combo though?
3 or 2.
Okay, we'll give it.
Actually,
It
give it a
is.
2. It's definitely worse than the Saki combo.
Okay,
we'll give it a
2
2.
it is. Worse than Saki? Worse than Ume? Saki?
Ume's pretty good, man. Ume's unironically
What,
good.
what's Saki? Like the
Saki, the
is there
level
a standby
1 combo?
Saki?
Yeah, level
Oh.
1.
Oh, but that's like a 3. This is a 3-2 combo. That's what it confused me. You're like, it's worse than Saki, but like this is a
Oh,
finisher.
In terms of worth CX slots, it's worse than Saki.
Oh yeah, sure. I mean, standby sucks. Smile. 0-0 Saki. When this gets placed on teach from hand, this gets 1500 power. And then discard 1, send this to waiting room. Choose one of your characters with Saki, Tamaru, or Kotone in its name. In your waiting room, add it to hand. Then if you have 5 or less memory, choose one of this card in your waiting room, add it to memory. I think this card's pretty sick.
This card's really
I like this
good.
card.
Anything that reads you get free memory. Holy crap.
Yes,
It's
brother.
so good. Dude, we've come so far in Weiss power creep. Jesus Christ.
Hey, where's
This thing
my-
got so much free memory,
Yeah.
actually.
Also,
Kind
the
of
fact
insane.
that this thing's 2/5 is very relevant. Your cards are quite tiny in Gakumas, so like
That's
it
so-
can kill
God,
something.
Oh, Kevin, this reminds you of like talking about Oshinoko. It's just like, yeah, 2-5 Pog, man. That's huge.
Bro,
Oh,
it's so
don't remind
smooth.
me. We're talking about the Oshinoko Ricky because it hit 2-5
Like,
offense.
yes, it's 2-5. It's so good.
Yeah, dude, 2/5. Since
man.
2/5 can kill something. Also, like helmets for basically every card in the memory deck. I'm good. It's pretty fucking lit.
Yo, no
Yeah,
pain,
Yeah,
this
that's
is like
good.
a 3 or this is like a 4. It's a 3 or 4.
Yeah, this card. I like stopped. I read this card and I'm like, oh, it's just a helmet for the girls. That's cool. And then like I kept reading and I'm like, oh,
Yo, no
wow. It's
pain when
like the Rin helmet, but better.
Yes, it's so good.
I don't know pain when you
Alright.
play like a deck that maxes out 1k offensive and your opponent
Yes,
fucking
sir.
drops down to 2k, you drop search and can't answer it.
The utility card, and you're like, damn, that's unkillable, man. That's crazy. They play their 1500 brainstorm, and you're just looking at it, you're like, well, you enjoy your +1. Whatever. All right. 0-0 Ume, the card we talked about prior a little bit. When you trigger a CX with a door trigger, if there's 1 or less cards in your marker area, choose 1 red card in your waiting room, put it underneath it face up as a marker. Pay 2, send 2 markers underneath this card to waiting room. At the start of your opponent's attack phase, you pay the cost. If you choose one of your opponent's characters, it gets -2 soul. Brainstorm, pay 1, rest this. Search for music.
Yeah.
Search
I guess
Storm.
something to note is that there is a build setup where that makes this card hexproof so that your markers are like protected. They can't bounce it. So in that setup, this card is pretty good. The next soul is also quite relevant and pretty good in door standby. The Ume door plus Mao standby. But that door itself or that climax lineup itself is like kind of weak in general. so kind of hurts the use of this card. It's like a 2. In 8 door, it's pretty good. It's probably the Brainstorm you use.
Yeah.
But yeah.
In 8 door, you can generate the stock to 5 of these.
Yeah.
And the level 1 Schwarz.
Exactly.
0/0 Mao. Your other music character in the front row center slot gets 1500 power. Pay 1, sack this, check 4, add 1. This is a better card than this in the set, isn't there?
Or what?
Right? This is just like a better sack check 4 in the set. Oh, the Katone, right?
That's the memory
It's
one,
like,
yeah. So
Yeah.
the difference is, do you want the memory or do you want the off chance where you get the 1/5 center slot?
I want the fucking memory.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I like struggle to like this card is like really only good if you stand by it out, which sounds fucking insane. Because you don't if you play this, you're not if you play this at level 2 to protect your bodyguard's not fucking living. This card is not living. You have to side with it. Right? So the only time you'd actually want this card on your field if you just had a random standby and like standbyed it out. But like if you that would mean that you had nothing better to stand by out, which is also terrible. So
Oh, you could also just bounce your opponent's side lanes with this.
okay, man, sure, but then you negged one, so this shitter can live. So I'm good. I give it like a 2.
But if your bodyguard lives, that's a +3, dude.
I guess. Sure, man. It's a card that you'll play at like a 1 or 2 of, just because the 1/5 power is nice, but it's like really awkward to play with.
Oh, I'm just kidding.
A 2.
0/0 China. Pay 1, discard 1. This is put on siege from hand or sent to waiting room. You pay the cost. You salvage a character.
Yep, double drop such timing. I don't know if it's better.
I think in the standby deck it makes it a lot better just because of timing.
Yeah, and standby you can standby
yeah.
over it and do yielded.
Yeah, exactly. Obviously, it's a lot worse than Mio, but
Honestly.
it's not terrible. Yeah. So just because of that alone, I just gave it a 2.
Okay.
But yeah, in almost all the other decks, you wouldn't use this. All the other decks have like insane ways of selecting.
1/1 Misuzu. Auto, put 1 music character for your waiting room on the bottom of your clock. When it's put on stage from hand, you may pay the cost. You choose 1, 2/1 Senna, and your waiting room add it to hand or send it to stock. Experience 3 at the start of your attack phase. If the sum of the cards in your level zone is 3 or more, perform the following effect twice. Choose one of your characters. The turn it gets if it has 2 or more soul until the end of your opponent's next turn, it gets 1k power. If it has 1 or less soul, it gets +1 soul.
Okay, this card is sick.
I'm sorry, I kind of zoned out. What the card did.
It's a lot of text.
There's a lot of text. I kind of zoned out.
So basically, start of attack phase, it triggers twice. You go choose a character. If it has 2 soul, it gets a power. If it has less than 2 soul, it gets a soul. So you could go double pump one thing to go +1 soul, 1k power. Or if they're like 2 souls, you go +1k, 1+1k, and it bonds to your 2/1. Or it's docked or
cross
add your
turn,
2/1.
by the way. It's cross turn power, by the way.
Oh,
yes.
That's also sick. Yes,
it's sick. This card in the experience. Obviously, you can only place in the experience deck, but in the context of the experience deck, this card is so fucking good. Your level 1 combo sits cross turn at 9/5, by the way, because of this, which is massive.
Yeah, pretty good.
In the current field, it will always come back if it's 9/5. It's very, very hard for almost any deck to kill it. I think for a lot of this, it's actually impossible. Like Bang Dream, they just can't scale 9/5.
Wait, what combo hits 9/5?
That makes sense.
Yes, Bang Dream caps out at 9k at level 1. So if you triple the level 1 Maguro combo with this, they literally cannot kill one of your cards.
Maguro, doesn't it 6/5 on defense?
It's 6k plus 500 for each one, so you pump it all into one lane, makes it 7/5 plus 2k from this. So it sits 9/5 cross turn.
Oh, because you can double pump. I see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And because the experience deck has such high free selection because of the 0/0 Senna, it's very, very, very common for you to triple.
Okay.
That's fair.
Yeah. So in the context of the experience deck, this is like very good. It's like a 4, but it's only usable in the experience deck.
Okay. Understandable.
Also, 2 soul on turns where you don't get the climax is pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good. All right, 1/1 Misuzu. Pay 1. When this card's battle opponent is reversed, if you do, choose one of your opponent's characters, return it to hand, and it's a reverse Sadachi.
What's that
I,
has
mean,
this?
I like this card.
Yeah, what's,
Just
what's
play
that?
the yellow one. One. Just
Oh.
play the yellow one.
Moj man. I like this
Moj
card in Superstar too.
Yeah, Superstar had
Yeah.
this. But
I
the hard
mean-
removal is nicer.
Yeah. I also don't know why you would want to like bounce something. Just hard remove it with stock. To stock. It's
Well,
like
if they like
same.
stand by
That's
something
fair.
back row.
I guess
Yeah, I
so.
mean, when Superstars came out, it was a bit different because it was like, oh, things were less of a. There was less. It was more of a premium that was like, oh wow, you're dodgy and you get to just hard remove like a standby card. That's pretty sick.
Yeah.
But nowadays, you know, double
I would
dodgy. is a
prefer
card
them
that
not to
play.
get it back to hand.
Yeah, I mean, when you bounce like a 2/2 or something, it's like basically a brick. But yeah, you're right, 100%. But different times. All right, 1/1 Mao continues. If you have 2 or more other music characters, it gets 2k power, and then auto hand encore.
Yep, 7/5 hand encore.
Yeah. It's a 2. It's hand encore. It's the thing
Yeah.
you're gonna stamp out at 0.
Yeah, it's a 1/175.
We
Fantastic.
just keep it.
All right, 2/1 Saki. Pay 1, discard 1. This is placed on stage from hand. You pay the cost. If you do, your send it all their stock to deck, shuffles their deck, puts equal number of cards from the top of their deck into stock, and this has 2 soul.
Yeah,
it's
best
fun.
version of a Fox full ever printed. 4. Easy. It's also your only easy to access decompression tool. So 4.
Yeah, I still hate that this card exists, if only because the Akane exists from Oshi, and this card
Oh,
just
because
feels
the
like it goes
Akane is
spitting in
so
my face.
expensive.
Hey,
4 more. It's full board,
full
pay
board,
2,
pay
ditch 1,
2.
and it's a 1 soul.
Bro, I don't
Like-
understand how they power. It's actually insane.
It's the actually insulting.
Akane
I
was
was
like
like,
one of the
okay,
first
man.
few that they printed that was 2-line stock shuffle.
Yeah.
What makes it worse is you're probably never getting another one.
Nope, probably not.
Unlucky.
0/0.
You'll
China.
only get Icy Tail finishers because of that.
So true. All right. 0/0 China. If this is in the waiting room at the start of your first turn, you may mill 6 deck speed. When it is reversed, if this card's battle opponent is level X or lower, you may reverse that character X equal to the number of this card in your waiting room. That'd be so funny. You just mull 4. All right. Turn 1, mill
Yeah.
24. Woohoo.
Every single time I played this card, I just kept screaming in my head, why the fuck is it red? Please, why couldn't it be any other color and be hard removal?
This was
Yeah.
yellow. This was like a stock bomb. This would be
Nice,
kind of. This would go
Lenore.
kind of hard.
Yeah.
Not
Okay,
as
1.
similar.
Just because it's red, 1. I hate this
Okay,
card.
excellent.
It's so
Okay, but
bad.
hypothetically, what if this was a stock bomb? What would you give it?
Oh,
Hypothetically.
I'd probably give it like a 3 or a 4. It's pretty good.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
way better.
All right, 0/0 Misuzu. When it's put on stage from hand, you may choose 1 card in your hand and send it to stock. And there's a spam check 3 Admiral Brainstorm. I like this card. This card's pretty cool.
It's
I gave this.
It's a nice
I threw this as one of in a lot of my decks just because of the hand and stock, and then it can't be for CXs.
yeah. It's the only way to get main phase stock outside of the punching yourself Saki one. So probably like a 2 or 3. It's decent.
This is also my favorite spammable Brainstorm effect. I love spam check 3 add 1.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because a lot of
that
times
allows
you just
to
want to mill
turbo
through your
then.
deck.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
A lot of times you just want to mill.
Demo check 3
Yes.
just turbos your deck.
0/0 Rinami. When this is played on stage from hand, you may mill 3. Discard 1, send this to waiting room. When you have another music character, choose one of your opponent's characters and move to an empty slot. Do you need a grappling hook in this set at all?
It's nice in
Bodyguard.
the experience
Am
and in the experience deck. Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of because there's a lot of cards in the current field where your 2/1 Sennas come back to you.
Okay,
a
that's
lot.
fair. Actually, in that deck, that'd be pretty sick. Yeah.
Because those are 11k concern, right? By themselves.
Yeah.
Actually, in the experience deck,
12k with the
they're-
1/1.
they're 13k in the experience
13K.
deck.
One of them is
Huge.
13k.
No, 2 of them are
So
13k
big too.
because of the 1/1
Yeah.
Misuzu.
Yeah, you go ping ping. Because you played a climax, so they got the +1 soul, then you can just go.
Yeah, it's actually nuts.
But yeah, I mean, this card, I kind of hate that this card is counterproductive with the 3/2 standby Mao because you don't want to grab a character in front of her. You want
Yeah.
a direct attack, and that's so cringe. But oh
That's
well.
fair.
What would you give this, Mr. Andrew?
2. It's fine.
2? That's fair.
Two. Check
That's
card.
very fine. 0/0 Ume. When spin on stage from hand, you may shuffle your stock. Fantastic. When this attacks, if you don't have a climax in your climax area until the end of your opponent's next turn, this gets 500 power and 1
I'm
soul.
good, man. I'm
Yeah,
good.
I still remember that one fucking day, you know, when Jesus Christ, where someone tried to justify this card, -5. This card is unplayable. Bro,
How do you justify this?
They say if I don't remember my stock anyways, then the stock
okay.
does nothing.
The justification was that during the time that you would want to play this card, which is a level 0 card, a level 0, you don't have that much stock, so shuffling it is not that bad of a demerit. But it basically means that you can't ever play this card at any other point in the game because it will actually destroy your game.
Yeah.
And also, like, they were also trying to. There was also a justification with like the level 0 combo. It's like, oh, you slam and it's 2 soul, or you don't slam and it's always 2 soul. Dude, they're like infinitely better level 0s to play. You would never play this card. It's
this is
terrible.
ass. This card's ass.
All right, let's stop.
I actually have it at -5 on my sheet.
Let's continue on and stop talking about that garbage.
1/1 Senna. Experience 2. When the user's card's back up, if the sum of the cards your level zone is 2 or more, choose a music character in your waiting room. It sends to the bottom or top of your stock. 2k counter.
It's 2K.
That's the best version of this type of counter.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah,
it's
pretty
It's not a blind stock.
Yeah, 2. I mean, not really. It's probably 1 you never play it, but you know, it is the best version of this type of punch.
Like, experience deck is like.
Well, you mean your
I
experience
guess I
deck,
could see playing one of
you
it.
could play an experience deck because it is 6/5
No.
You're
on defense.
The experience deck is like so tight on slots. It's unbelievably tight on slots.
Okay.
You would rather just pump with the Misuzu and just assume it'll live.
Okay.
Fair enough. Alright, 2/1 Saki. When user's card's back up, choose one of your battling characters. Turn against the following ability. When this card's battle opponent is reversed, set it to memory. 3k counter. Memory kick counter. Pause.
Oh shit! You can give your opponent free decompression with your bodyguard.
Yes, I love HBR. I love 8-wind HBR.
That's what they did against me. I was like, oh shit. Okay, let's go 500 over the bodyguard so I can get 3 free compression.
Yes, sir.
2, I'm good. It's a memory punch.
It's fine. If you want it, you got it. Congrats.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, 2/1 China. When it's attacked, if you have 2 or more music characters, this gets plus 4k power. Pay 1 discard, or when this card's battle opponent is reversed, you pay the cost. If you do, send the bottom 4 cards of your opponent's deck to the waiting room. X equals to the number the X image of your opponent. X is the number of CXs. It's Icy Tail. On reverse, Icy Tail.
People have actually played this then by Oshinoko.
Yeah, there's an off finisher for you, man.
Yeah, this is your off finisher.
You
Bro.
Jason,
don't
mock. I swear to God. I swear to God, Jason.
This is a second off finisher, bro.
This is
Don't you fucking This card is terrible. If we live in a timeline where I have to unironically use this card, I will just quit. I will eat a shoe. I would rather just. I'm good. 1. I'm good. This card is terrible. Like, okay, maybe it's a 2 purely because it's our only other off finisher, and that's actually relatively decently costed. The cost is actually decent.
Plus 500 social credit, Pog.
I hate this card so much. The fact that it exists. Why couldn't they just give us another 3/2 proper off finisher?
So true, because they hate you.
True,
they hate Gakuen Idolmaster because they know you people like you will just buy this stuff anyway. So why bother?
Bro, I put like a down payment on a house.
Yeah, you did.
Oh my god! And this is the shit we get.
Well, that card, a million life card.
But it looks
I don't
pretty.
fucking know, but it was
Looks good,
it was an Oshinoko card that.
Yeah, I know Oshinoko people play this at one point, and I thought it was like, damn, this is awful. That's fucked up. 2/1 Senna. If you have 4 or more music characters, gets -1 level in hand. Early play, Pog. When this is placed on stage from hand, this gets X power. X equals the number of your music character times 1,000. So it gets to be 15/5. At the start of your encore phase, kill itself.
Okay,
Kill
dude.
yourself
When I saw this
now.
card, okay, when
In
I saw
Minecraft.
this card, I'm like, holy fuck, this card is insane.
Huh?
And then I read the last line, and I was like, oh wait, this card is dog shit. Unplayable.
Yo,
-1.
early play, poggers, early
Shut-
play.
Kevin, shut up. Oh god.
Like,
please.
unironically, if it didn't have that text, this would just be like a power cap version of those like
Okay, but if it
3,500.
didn't have this text, it'll be like 5.
Yeah, you broke it.
power.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
Dude, they could have at least made it.
the merits are worth at least
5K.
3k power.
They could have at least made this a 2 soul. Like fuck.
Oh, like,
Standby
I'm gonna be
though?
honest.
Okay, sure, you standby this out, then you still get 10-5. You don't get the extra 1k.
yeah, I would be real though. Like, if even if it was like -5k power, 1/1 10/5 on play, it's not the worst thing in the world.
Okay, I'm good, man, still.
Good.
Alright,
I'm
let's give it a
also good.
1 and move on.
All right. 3/2 Saki. Experience. If this is in your level zone, all of your other uncommon Ume, your brainstorm. Gains the following ability: Hexproof, Pog. Experience, pay 2, send total of 2 markers underneath all of your 0/0 Ume to waiting room if this is in your level zone and you are level 3 or higher at the start of your CX phase. You pay the cost. If you do, choose one of your 3/2 Ume and this card. Swap them. And this turn, this gains the following 2 abilities. All of your characters cannot be targeted by your opponent's effects. When this attacks, deal 4 damage to your opponent. Huh?
Okay, so
So-
TLDR, it's basically a pay 1, ditch 1, burn 4. Like,
I'd rather just be a pay 1, ditch 1, give my characters hexproof, to be honest.
It's
Yeah, that's-
mainly used to be a hexproof for your brainstorm.
Yeah,
With the off
it's-
chance where it can be a burn
Yeah.
4.
This,
If you prefer
you
a
don't play
burn
this,
4
right?
over a burn 2.
I'm
pretty
kind of
manly,
sus. If you tell me you play this card, and maybe a
No.
1-up, but more
I
than that
play
card,
the
I'd be like,
one of in my the door deck
And this-
because you,
this card-
okay.
you can just
I think the
helmet
main
it
reason-
into your level zone if you need it.
No. The main reason you play this is probably it's mostly because of the experience. The experience condition is very real. Well, specifically the Ume experience
Because
condition.
if you see the
you
amount
wanna
of
do that.
good level 3 red cards, isn't your finisher?
It's almost
so
zero.
I've,
It's
so, I've,
it's
yeah,
zero.
so I've noticed.
Oh,
Okay,
Yeah,
maybe that's a good reason to play a copy of this for sure, but
Yeah.
it's still really smooge.
Yeah, this card is not that good, but you only play it because of the experience and the fact that it gives your markers hexproof. Because like the Hasu player will just bounce the back row, so
Yeah,
you basically have to play this right now.
and the, dude,
I give it like
you know what doesn't stop?
What's up?
Free rim.
I hate you.
Free rim
Go
key
next.
markers.
oh,
Go next.
because Freeman hits the marker zone, right? Not the character.
The anti-overlord
sir.
card.
Okay.
Bro, I got my friend. I learned tell my friend to play the game, and he got really hyped, so he like bought free rin, right?
Uh-huh.
And I'm sitting there just playing Eurocamp, and he's just like, "Hey, does this work? By the way?" Plays the fern and targets my tent, and I'm like,
Dude,
Yeah.
actually gets
GG's.
fucked.
GG's.
I'm like, yeah, that does work. You got me, man.
It's so smart.
Oh,
But yeah, I give this like a 2. Only because in the current format you basically have to play
Yeah,
it.
that's fair. That's
if you
fair,
can do
that's
that.
fair. All right, 2-0 counter. Memory. Perform the following following effect X times. Look at the top card of your deck. Put it on the top of your deck or into the waiting room. X equals the number of different colors in your memory. Send this to the bottom of your deck. You can do
Bro,
this 3 times.
dude, if this just said cards in memory instead of colors of cards in memory.
Oh man, this card would be bonkers.
But-
Oh, that would be insane.
Dude, this card would be like
2-0
borderline
Scry
restriction
6.
level.
2-0.
You just put
cancel
4 of this
now.
and Jesus Christ. Okay, so here's the
That'd be a
thing.
defensive counter, man.
Here's the thing. In the deck that you would want to play this card, actually it's not true. You just get level 3. I tested this with Johnny quite a bit. The condition is very real, but that's like less of an issue. The main issue is getting it to hand. If there was any type
Yeah.
of bond to this card would be so good. But like
Okay.
getting it to hand, like you have to
I'm
waste
good.
4 slots to keep it in your deck just to like be able to draw it. And even then, the payoff is not that insane.
Yeah.
And so I just can't
Yeah.
there's no justification for 4 of these in your deck,
Okay.
especially because all your memory stuff takes up so many slots as it is.
If you think about it,
That
it's
is
kinda
also
like
true.
it's like a +3 counter.
It's got a ghetto +6 soul counter here.
Yeah. So it's just not very good. Like a 1.
Yeah, that's fine.
Better than the +4 counter you're trying to play.
That's true. That's very true.
Wait, do you have blue memory though? Oh, you do.
You do.
Samari, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Your
the
brainstorm gives you
That
free
card,
memory.
that card's
Free-
kind of OP. Actually.
Send yourself to memory now.
But,
Dude, I
Yeah,
thought that was a double R when they first revealed it. I was
yeah,
like,
me
wait.
too. Me too.
The cards
I was
that's
like, wow,
pretty
really
good.
good. Oh, it was a rare. That's pretty good. 3-1 event. Choose one of your music characters in waiting room, add it to hand. Then perform the following effect. Your opponent chooses 1 CX in their waiting room, shuffles all their cards from their deck into the waiting room. Damn, it's like the free run event.
It's like the
but they
3-1
made it-
stock shuffle event, but not Fumia's
Yeah.
stock shuffle.
Yeah, except it was
Pretty
way
good.
better in free run because you could grab it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could. It was
Yeah.
free run's pog.
Yeah, I mean, I gave this a 1.
Yeah.
You can't grab it. It's so hard. You have to run a
Is
high
there
enough
another
copies.
Fumio?
There's no other
No other
Fumio,
Fumio.
and honestly, because this is why I think like the Ume combo is so good because it works so well with a stock
Oh, I
shuffle
remember
because You just can't reasonably get this to hand. I played it at 2 or 3 copies. I still struggle to get it in hand. You basically have to clock draw 2 every turn to get it. It's just I'm good.
I played this as the red experience target.
Your deck is bad.
Your red experience target. I see. Okay, I'm good.
Yeah,
Did you run 4 to this?
No, it was like 2 or 3.
Then how do you expect to draw the other one?
Bro, mathematically, if you have 2, you'll eventually draw into it. Mathematically, that's why Nikkei only plays 2 of their tap counters.
But in your deck, because you only run 2, you have to draw into 2 of this. Because you have to clock one to level.
Oh, you just level 1.
Yeah, but also
you just draw one level.
Nikkei fucking death grips that event the moment they see it.
Yeah, you just death grip this too, dude.
Okay, this card is not as good as death gripping the Nikkei event. The Nikkei event will win you fucking games for existing.
Yeah, that's all not.
Well, probably will not. It could, not like the Nikkei one.
But yes, Fumio's not important because the best deck that can do stocks off Fumio probably just
the Ume shuffle
probably
is more than good.
Just shuffle 3 back if your opponent ever puts himself in a
good
exactly.
I'm
Fumio
good
position.
Yeah, fair enough.
So we got 1.
Yes, we're done with red.
Man, imagine if this was a stock swap.
Stock swap? Yeah, you wish.
Okay, bro.
Yeah, bro,
stock swap, bro. Okay.
Bro,
you're not.
Dude, Overlord gets every type of decompression possible. Why can't Gaku, man?
Whoa,
because Overlord is base.
Overlord stock swap is tied on their combo, dude. That's not the same.
Dude, I looked at all of Overlord.
Okay, wait. That card's kind of fucked up though.
Dude, Overlord looks so scary right now. You don't understand.
Okay,
like, you're never safe.
We'll save that.
You're
for
literally never
non-existent Overlord stream we're gonna do.
Yeah, that Ein's kind of fucked up. That card's cool.
Overlord game part 2. Right. Yeah.
So
Bone Daddy, Electric Boogaloo.
If that ever comes to English, it'll be very interesting. Picking between Bone Daddy and Bone Daddy.
Okay.
Alrighty. 0-0 hero. Rest this. Choose one of your music characters. This turn it gets X power. X equals to the number of your copies of this card and waiting room times 1500. Brainstorm. Pay 1. Rest this. Check 4. Salvage.
Okay. Do you ever choose to play this over the memory? Yeah. Do you ever choose to play this over the memory?
Hell no.
You have to play 4 of this in the deck any deck you would play.
Like
this
the level 0 deck has their specific brainstorm, and the 8 deck has their specific brainstorm, and then the standby deck is their specific brainstorm, and then you play the memory brainstorm in every other deck.
Yeah, this card's dead. It's a 1. It's terrible. I don't know why you would. I can't imagine a single situation where you ever want to use this card.
The memory brainstorm salvage too, yeah?
Yeah, exactly. They're all salvage.
Yeah,
except for the Ume.
Unlucky.
Double R, by the way. Yeah, this is the double R brainstorm.
Yeah, I can't believe they wasted the double R slot on this shit.
They should have swapped. They should have swapped. And I wouldn't have questioned it. Alright, 1-0 Lilia. If you have 2 or more other music characters, this gets 2000 power, so it'll be a 6k. Climax combo experience with this attack. If you have advanced combo in the CX area, and you have 2 or more, if you have a music character in your level zone, wow, very hard experience. That's crazy.
Exactly, it's insane.
You have 2 more other music characters. Look at the top 4 cards of your deck. Choose up to 1 music character from among them. Show it to your opponent. Add it to hand. Set it as waiting room. Then choose one of your music characters, and until the end of your opponent's next turn, it gets 400 power. So it gets to be cross turn 65.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Unironically, when this got announced, I remember like all the people on Japanese Twitter like, is this like making fun of all the other like experience condition because it's like so laughably like stupid?
Yeah, it's not real. It's literally like,
I will admit though,
this experience condition.
I did go smooth brain in like my testing, and there was like one game where I leveled my Fumio. I was like on the simulator. I'm like, hey, why can't I combo?
It's not experience. It's level.
Yeah, I leveled an event, but yeah, dude, this card is actually so good. It's the fact that like in the experience deck, it can like sit at like what 6/5 base, 7/5 V triple plus the back row. Like, and it's on a pants combo that you'll probably loop anyways. Like one more time, it's pretty good. I'd give this like a 4.
It's
I prefer this over the Saki. Hot take. I think I know most people prefer Saki, but yeah.
I just like.
I also like highly. I usually rate like cards that can like control your deck state better to be higher anyways.
Ready for your only EP healer.
All right, 3/2 Misuzu continuous. If you have 4 more music characters, gets -1 level in hand. When this is put on stage from hand, if you have 2 or more other music characters, heal up to 1, and then until the end of your opponent's next turn, this gets 500 power. And the following ability, during this card's battle, you do not take damage from the auto effects of your opponent's characters.
Now, to be honest,
It's really good into ReZero.
Yeah, to be honest, it's a
fucking
pretty
hate ReZero.
fine EP healer.
Yeah. I mean, it basically turns your ReZero opponent into a you cannot front. It's pretty good. I hate ReZero with the burning passion of 1,000 suns.
How cheap some of the decks are, like the memory deck, you can go like double EP, sit on it.
Yeah. If you have a good game with the memory deck, you could probably triple this, and like your opponent's just like, what the fuck do I do?
Out for a turn.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, to be honest though, I do remember when this was announced, everyone thought this was nuts. It is good. It's really, really good. But right now, it's really only good into the ReZero matchup. Because for Bang Dream, a lot of the Bang Dream decks will just heal loop anyways. They just don't care. They'll just heal down to 3-0, and then Sandbag, they don't give a shit. And then Hasu will just bounce it. They don't care. And then, what's it called? The quote-unquote deck I like on Eurocamp doesn't...
just drools.
Yeah, they just drool and heal, so they don't care either. And it's also a restander. Whatchamacallit? Yeah, so it's really, really only relevant against ReZero. Because they also don't have like the stock or the tools to handle it.
Oh, it's also relevant against Oshinoko. Except they can just heal it.
Yeah. So it doesn't matter.
When your finisher's not the greatest, cards like this are a lot less scary when you just take a Dirtle turn. It's like, okay, well. Yeah, I don't expect Tamari to kill me from 3-0 anyway, so
yeah. But it's like a really, really, it is really nice that the set has it because no matter what meta like comes up in the future, it will always be like somewhat relevant, right? Your opponents actively have to play around it.
Yeah, this could be one of those like Assault Lily tier cards that like how Assault Lily kind of just always finds itself getting played at some point somewhere. I could see like even when this deck's not very good anymore, people will play it just because this card exists in the right formats.
Yeah, exactly. Because like if you think about it, the games where you're like destined to lose, or like the games where like you ate a random 4 and you're at like 3-3, and you plop down 3 of these, even if you only have like 3 stock afterwards, you use all your stock on this. Like it means that you'll probably get a following turn, right? Which is really nice.
Yeah.
Most of the sets are you're like almost guaranteed that in those scenarios.
That is true. Very good. So what do you give this card?
I give it a 4 because it's your only early play. I cannot. I was losing my mind waiting for this card.
That was so funny. At least it was a cool one though. No matter what.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's true. It was worth the wait. It was definitely worth the wait.
Was it?
And does ReZero have a double bouncer?
The amount of time
I'm pretty sure it doesn't.
ReZero does not.
If
have
it had a bouncer, it
has a bouncer, but it doesn't have a double bouncer.
Oh, it has the red bouncer. Yeah, it has the red like regular bouncer.
Beatrice bouncer that has check 3 rearranged, so you can at least confirm your rem berms.
Arnie, 3-2 Tamari. I like this girl. She's cool. When you put it on stage from hand, you may heal 1 climax combo memory when this attacks. If you have the pants combo in the pants climax in the climax area, and you have 2 or more other music characters, you may deal 1 damage to your opponent. Then perform the following ability: you may send the bottom X cards of your opponent's deck to the waiting room. If there is a CX among them, deal 1 damage to your opponent. X equal to the number of music characters in your memory -1. It is just Miku. Basically.
Yeah, it's pretty much
because you're basically milling 5 to 6 cards, so it's basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's very mid. It's a 3. It's Miku. Fine. You burn 1 twice. It's fine. You're probably not killing your opponent. It's a 2-turn kill. It doesn't cost stock. The only good thing about it is that unlike Chainsaw Man, it's optional, so you can actually choose not to do it.
That is
but
nice,
the fact that it's free, yeah.
Oh,
and the fact that it's free is very relevant.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
you can just be Trouble Girl if you want to be.
Yeah.
Hey.
So the memory deck is so efficient that like you'll probably get 2 turns with this.
Yeah, I believe it. That seems fine. It's definitely a fine card.
Yeah.
Right. 0-0 Mao. Ditch 1 reveal top salvage level X or lower X equal to the revealed card. It's Rico, Vanilla Rico, my beloved.
Free hand fix, free discard, free top check knowledge. Good card.
In the level 0 deck, 5 out of 5. In every other deck, 1.5 out of 5.
Damn, he is not an enjoyer of this.
True, actually though, in level 0 though, kind of OP this level 0 deck with a Rico because you just grab your whole deck basically.
Exactly. The main issue with the main issue with this card and every other deck is that like all the other decks have like ways to hard grab exactly what they want. The Resonant card has like the 0/0 drop salvage that's free. The Experience deck has the drop salvage that's free. The whatchamacallit, the Saki, the memory deck is the combo is a Rico.
True.
So like
True.
it's like not that good in any of those decks.
That is fair. Fair and true. All right, 0/0 Tamari. When you use cards brainstorm, if a CX was sent to the waiting room by the effect, and you have 5 or less memory, choose one copy of this in your waiting room, send it to memory. Free memory, PogChamp.
Not once per turn, by the way.
Salvage. Oh, it is not once per turn. Nice.
No, it's actually very relevant because you have a lot of decks have 2 brainstorms in the back.
Well, the also thing is, wait, does it work like anti-heal where if you hit 2 off brainstorm, you get 2? Oh, okay.
No, because it says if a CX was sent.
Yeah.
Not
but
for
if
each
you have
CX
2 brainstorms on board, you do get double memory.
Exactly. So
Yes,
I put it at 4.
yeah.
I wrote free compression. Free compression is always lit.
Yeah.
Like unlike all the other memory cards that have existed in Weiss that are usually pay something, get sent into memory, free compression is actually so lit.
Yeah, I love when Shiny Mask sits on
I'm not gonna lie.
8+ stock with 3 memory.
I really feel like this card should have been more balanced around and just been like it should have been like the Spider-Man where it's if you reveal the card off your
I
brainstorm,
agree.
Reveal a copy of itself off your brainstorm, then
yeah, I absolutely agree. This card is absolutely way too overspec for the, especially for the rarity it is. It should have at least been a double R.
It gave me a legitimate double take when I read this card because I was like, oh, what does the brainstorm do for this deck? And I was just like, oh, okay.
Free memory yourself now.
You're just like, my bad.
Yeah. Well, I'm just like, oh, okay, yeah, that's a pretty good brainstorm for the memory deck. Okay.
Yeah, that's why I said in every other deck that's not playing
you just play this. Why not?
Just play this and you just get your 2 to 3 free memory every game.
Yeah, like every single time I read over the card list, I just can't believe the number of non-stock costed memory cards the set has.
And if you play a Ricky too, then boom,
yeah, you can get like 5 free memory.
5 free memory in your deck.
0/0 hero. When a climax is placed in your climax area, choose up to 2 of your level 0 or lower characters. This turn they get 1k power. Auto climax combo. When the pants is placed in the climax area, if you have 3 or more other characters, choose one of your level 0 or lower characters other than this or copies of this. Until the end of your opponent's next turn, they gains the following 3 abilities. The character across from this cannot side attack. When this attacks, look at the top card of your deck, keep it or mill it, and then when this is reversed, it bounces your hand.
I think this is the weakest point of the levels. Like it's like a necessary evil, but it's like such a sad card to.
I mean, that's why some people play like the 1/0 combo instead, right?
Yeah, you actually, it's very real in this level 0 deck to play a 1/0 combo instead of this, because this card is so awkward to play with because it can't target itself or any other copy of itself. Yeah, field slots is a real issue. Like sometimes I like put my brainstorms to the front row with this in the back row. It's like so awkward. And if your opponent like has a way to like hard, I don't know, man. I have like a love-hate relationship with this card. It's on a pants though, which is a really nice trigger for the deck. So
there's just been the little brainstorm from Zombieland Saga.
Yeah,
dude, I wait every day for them to give me that card back. I would buy a deck on principle if they just gave me Lily, because Lily was one of my favorite combos.
Is that the shot combo?
Yeah,
shot combo.
Yes, that's
shot combo.
Okay, and you want it on pants combo? I'm good, man.
Or a bar. Or a bar.
Or a bar. I'm sorry, my bad. I thought we were going down, not up.
Well,
my bad, man.
Check 3 brainstorm though, so you could be any CX. Just that it would be better. If
it doesn't have to be a check 3. It could be a salvage brainstorm. I don't mind. If it's a bar, salvage brainstorm, kind of sick. But yeah, this card's like okay, right? Like it's okay.
It's like a 2. It's only a 2 because it has the top end.
This
to go
deck
with
is so fucking unplayable versus Oshinoko. True, Oshinoko reads.
Oh yeah,
heal 3, burn 1 3 times, heal 1 3 times every combo, baby.
By the way, in the current JP meta, that's actually why people don't play this more. Because against Oshinoko, you're like, ping 1 9 times, please.
Hey, Sima deck is pretty damn popular.
Honestly, I like barely even want to play ReZero against Oshinoko. Like that's already
Yeah,
like
that's pretty bad.
pretty fucking.
Dude, can you
cringe.
imagine if you were playing against Kana instead? The Kana top end, ping 2 9 times. I'm good. I'm so good.
Yeah, like what is it? I played against my local because my local's been borrowing my ReZero for because he wants to play it in English really bad. And I go and I walk up playing Oshinoko and I felt really bad because he doesn't know how to play ReZero well. So he didn't like think about getting level locked and what that would like the implications of that would be. So I'm just like, okay, swing. Oh, you canceled? All right, your turn. He's at like 2-5. I go again. I just Akane. I just burn 1 9 times, and he's just like, "That was pretty good." I'm like,
Only
yeah, it's pretty
ReZero
good.
happens. God.
Alrighty. 1-0 Tamari. When this is placed on stage from hand, this gets 3k power. When this is reversed, if you have 2 or less memory, you send this to memory. Okay, I guess fine.
It's a okay Remer's target. 1 out of 5 because you literally every other memory card's better, and the condition on this sucks.
Yeah.
Where's my 5 or less memory? That is memory.
Honestly,
Exactly. If it was 5 or less, it's probably better. Way better.
All right. 1-0 Misuzu. During your turn, this gets 2,000 power. Climax combo, send the Pan's Climax from your Climax area to the waiting room. At the end of this card's attack, if you have 3 or more music characters, you can pay the cost. Look at the top 4 cards of your deck, choose up to 2 music characters from among them, show them to your opponent, add them to hand, send the rest to the waiting room. And if you have 2 or less memory, choose 1 event in your waiting room, send it to memory.
The 1-1 event.
But here's the thing.
fine.
This card is okay. It's perfectly okay.
Yeah.
But it's fucking dog shit because normally when you have a combo that where you're like, oh, I get to stack the CX, it means that you want to refresh right afterwards, right? But because you want to send the cards to memory or events, you have to still leave 1 fucking card in deck. And if you use this card, you have to attack with it last. It might as well read when the card attacks last on your turn. There's like so many caveats to this card that like from a card design perspective make no fucking sense with the way the cost is set. I'm good.
Fucking, it's not as bad as the one in Psychona where you have a 1-0 that want to send the combo to stock.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So you had awkward situations like, fuck, I had to sack my CX early just so I can get a stock.
Yeah, I mean, that's in the 0 deck though. This is the card that we were talking about that you would play because you can play like you can play like 2 of this.
1 call,
right?
Yeah,
and then you're like
plus
killing.
2.
Yeah.
So
which is all the hero gets you anyway. So
I gave it a 2.
Yeah, that's fair.
And this
I hate cards that are like anti-synergistic with themselves. It's so weird.
And this is the card I can dig for your 3-2. Either level 0 deck. That your level 0 combo.
And that's why, yeah. And that's why I'm also happy to have picked up this card because that deck doesn't play this stupid event, so therefore I don't have to care. I can just mill.
Oh,
pretty pog. All right, 1-1 Misuzu. I thought this card was pretty funny, but 1-0 Misuzu, assist 500 level X to music. Auto discard one when you trigger a CX with a Pan's trigger, you may pay the cost. If you do draw one, memory at the start of your attack phase. If you have 2 or more 1-1 event in your memory, you may flip all of your face-up memory cards face down. If you do, declare 1, 2, or 3, and this turn, this gains the following ability. Continuous. Increase the damage dealt by the climax combo of your other 3-2 Tamari by X. X equal to the number declared when this effect is gained.
Alright, here's a little story.
I gave it.
People thought this card will change your finisher to be a burn 2.
No.
However, that's not how it works.
I did
your
too.
finisher requires to check for music characters in memory. But you flip them all down, they are no longer considered music characters. Thus, you no longer have any more Icy Tail effects.
Yeah, I think if it did turn into a burn 3, it would probably turn Gakuen into an S tier set.
Yeah,
that'd be pretty fucking insane.
I think the biggest thing is what they should have done is they should have been able to merge like each copy of your finisher to decide how much they want to burn. Not blanket all your
the gain on attack declare.
Yeah, because it blanket everyone to be either burn 2 or burn 3 or burn 4. It's kind of like what's the point?
I do like this card, kind of, except for the fact that if you didn't have to play the event, I think I would like this card, and I would probably like heavily consider playing a copy of this in the memory deck. But you have to play this event, and I don't want to play this event.
Yeah, exactly. The main issue is that like everyone says that also like the mode switching is like free. It's not really free, right? Unless you play the level 1 combo, like you basically have to spend 2
You pay two
stock.
stock.
Yeah, it basically turns your like burns into like a pay 2 for
Yeah,
all 3 lanes. I'm good.
Believe me, I've gone over this conversation a million times with people with Chainsaw Man and stuff too. Nobody wants to see that. Nobody wants to see the overhead cost of playing an event that you would not play in your deck otherwise. Ever.
Yeah, especially because it only the event only searches for Misuzus and Tamaris. Those aren't very good cards, just FYI. It's your EP
Yeah.
and your finisher. Those are it.
And your helmet.
No, wait, what? Oh, sure. Okay, it grabs a helmet. Okay, fine. Okay, you can pay 1 to neg 1. Got it. I'm good.
Okay, I will say 1/1, like as a card, right? 1/1 search to ditch 1 is not bad. That's actually like,
Yeah.
pretty good. If this was search for Tamari, Misuzu, Kotone, Saki, then it'd be like, oh, okay. This is like a
Exactly.
card.
Doesn't the Cinderella girl deck plays the 1/1 search 2?
Sometimes they do, yeah.
Yeah,
they do.
the
sometimes.
white
Yeah.
pants deck.
The 8 pants version.
The
Mhm.
white
Like I
pants.
have this at, like also like the pants assist on this is like not that good. I wish it was
Yeah,
pay
draw.
1 draw ditch or whatever. I don't know whatever
Or
the
just,
the
or
big
just
trigger
ditch,
thing, right?
ditch salvage instead of ditch draw.
The pay one blind one draw drop or whatever, that one.
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
at least prefer that minimum. It's not even that. You don't. Your pants is like stuck in stock still, so it's like really shit.
I really like that if that pay one
Yeah.
draw drop.
Okay,
the pay
I
one
was
draw
really
drop.
hoping that the set would get the girls band cry back row. The doors.
Oh, that card's really good.
Yeah, except I wish
yeah,
it worked
that
on
was
any
pretty nice.
climax.
Okay, bro.
Wait, what the fuck,
No.
man? Come on.
All right, what do you give this?
Oh, true. This grabs your 2/0. That's OP. That's so true.
Oh. Yeah, and
It's
that can
one-
grab any level 2 or higher. God, there's so many steps to this.
Yeah. So
But yeah, I
fun.
have it at 3 purely because it's like your
3?
only level assist. I want okay,
Fudge.
realistically it's probably a fucking like 2 or a 1, but it's your only level assist in the entire set.
I think I'd still rather just play a
That's
2/0 assist.
Okay, that's right. You're right. Give it a 1. Fuck it. This card's dog shit.
Sabotaged by an event. Smoj, man. Alright, 2/1 Sumika continues all the other characters with Lilia or Sumika in name. Get X power, X equal to the number of that character's level times 500. Auto, when this is placed on stage from hand, you may choose up to one of your 0/0 Sumikas. Place that card and all of its markers underneath it. Oh my god, this is this fucking card. Underneath this card, face up as markers in any order. At the start of your climax phase, look at the top X cards of your deck, put them back on top of your deck in any order, and until the end of your opponent's next turn, this gains the following ability. This cannot be targeted by your opponent's effects. X equals the number of markers underneath this.
Bro, you understand how
That's
much of a
Yu-Gi-Oh
pain
card.
this was for me to translate?
Yeah.
That was a Yu-Gi-Oh card if I've ever read one.
I was like, bro, I'm reading this like, bro, how the fuck do
Yeah,
I write
bro, I remember
this?
we were sitting there talking about it, and we're like, huh?
Yeah, the TLDR is it takes all of the cards that are like shown on screen, the slide set, the smaller card, and then adds it as a marker underneath this card. And then the number of cards the 2/1 has as a marker, you can use the it's like check your deck, rearrange. So if there's 4 markers, you check 4, rearrange 4.
Which is the max.
How many
you can
markers do you usually
probably
get? Like 3?
Depends on how much you
3
resonate.
seemed
Yeah, the max you can get is 4 markers underneath the 2/1.
yeah.
So top 4 rearrange basically, which is very very real in most games.
It's pretty good when you get it, yeah.
Yeah, I mean like this card is like really really cracked and resonate just because you have like the stock charger, right? So it lets you like guaranteed setup for like a stock charge, and then it also lets you like rearrange in a way that like your on attack the Himeno like salvage card, pay 1 salvage, that card also like guarantee pays out a climax and stuff as well. So it's pretty good. I give it like a 3.
3? That's
Yeah, it's like on attack, pay 1 resonate, salvage character.
yeah, it's pretty good. 3/2 Lilia. Once his battle opponent is reversed, if you have 3 or more music characters, you may send that character to the top or bottom of your opponent's deck. Resonate, reveal the 3/2 Sumika from your hand when this is played on stage from hand. If you have another music character, you pay the cost. If you do, choose one 3/2 Sumika in your waiting room, place it on stage in any slot.
Since you're never attempting to triple finisher, this just acts as your 5th, 6th, 7th copy. Essentially.
Yeah, I mean, the main issue with this card is that it takes up deck slots, and the Resonate deck is really tight on deck slots as it is. I played with it for a little bit. I ended up taking it out just because I couldn't justify the 2 slots to use it on, especially when like I wanted like way more utility cards. Like instead of this card, I think it's way better to just run more copies of the 2/1 Yuri, the Overlord, the Chuck 3 that one. Yeah, like just select better throughout the game and make sure you have 2 finishers and a man. It's also really tiny for a card that needs a reverse. Like I'm good.
Yeah, that is true.
You need to hit level this.
Also, wait, if you're playing the 2/1 combo, surely there's no way you're actually struggling to get this 3/2 to your hand anyway, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
Wait,
and you're resonating it, so like,
Yeah,
2/1
you also
combo is
have
not-
free. You also have a free drop salvage and an on attack salvage, an exact card from waiting. There's no way you don't have 2 finishers in hand, guys. Like, come on.
yeah. Well, didn't he say something about playing like the 3 combos? It was like 1-0, 2-1, 3-2.
Oh,
Yeah. That's
the
also
3-2
sick
is
as
the
well.
3-2 Ume. That's the experience deck.
Yeah, that's the experience.
Oh.
You can also change the
You
top
can just
end
play
to
that in this
Sumika as
game,
well. Yeah, you can
Yeah.
you can change the Ume to Sumika as well. It just
You can
makes
play, like,
your
It just makes it more
The main
awkward where if it's a faster game, you might not have reason.
exactly.
choice
It's
CX
harder
swap,
to
and
get
that's
quick
pog.
stock. And you really,
it-
if you only get an extra swing with Sumika, you only get 1 extra swing.
Yeah, I mean that's fair. I mean, it definitely is better with the Ume. I just feel like that 2-1 is like, I like those kind of 2-1s because they always feel like a real like Memcho, right? They're that really good bridge when your deck's mid game is ass. That it gives me that bridge to like.
It also
have a
makes sure
real
like
game.
terrible games like salvageable. It gives you a
Mhm.
fighting chance.
Yeah, and so that's why, and I do like the Sumika, so I feel like I would be inclined to play it like that. But yeah, obviously you don't have to, and it's probably fine. But
Yeah.
I'm
You also
always
get a
like
refresh
kinda basic.
counter.
That's true. The free fresh good. Yeah. So what would you give Lilia? You said a 2?
I give it like a 2
1?
or a 1.
It'd be nice. She's cute. All right, 0-0 hero. If it's in your front row center slot, it gets +1 soul. When this card is reversed to the top card of your deck, if that card is a 3/2 China or a level 0 character, add it to hand. It's just
This card is bonkers.
Yeah, it's pretty good
Yeah.
for level 0
It's
deck.
+1.
It's a
Holy.
free +1.
I played this in Zombieland Saga. It was not for zeros, but
It's also
It
a
hit
2 soul, and
okay.
because of your back row brain subs, it'll probably swing over whatever's in front of it still. Despite it being
That's pretty
500
good.
power, it's pretty good. 4-star.
that was very funny to watch. I think I watched that. I was like, damn, this 500 power is so small. And all of a sudden I see pump, and I'm like, oh,
Oh,
it's
My
6/5
bad.
now. That's cool. Okay. 0-0 Tamari. When this is placed on stage from hand, choose one of your music characters. This turn, it gets X power equals the number of your music characters times 500. Climax combo. Discard the pants climax for 3/2 Tamari or the 1/0 pants Misuzu pants CX. When it's placed on stage from hand, you pay the cost. If you do, or when this is sent from hand, paid from hand, or sent to stage from waiting room, you can pay the cost if you do salvage a music character. So it's a Ditch CX salvage for on play on death for only those 2 pants.
oh wait.
Can someone
it's
explain
not
to me
CX
how this is
swap.
It's not a
costed?
CX swap. It is
Oh.
Ditch CX salvage.
Yeah, wait, how is this? Can someone tell me that like knows more about card design? How this is costed? Because this card is so dog shit.
The
How
first-
is it only work on those 2 CXs?
The first effect should cost at least 1k, maybe 1.5, and the second effect might cost 500.
Well,
So
no,
basically,
I mean,
because
no,
of top
on
hundred-
play on death, right, is like actually
Oh
worth a
yeah,
lot.
because
Like
I'm
the
playing
Neo.
on death. That means it's gonna worth at least 1k.
Yeah.
Oh, is that why?
the-
Because like I read
Yeah,
this
because
card
there's
and
the
it reads
Mio from
terribly.
Hololive.
Yeah,
It's
so
like
Mhm.
fucking terrible.
on
Now
play
where's
will
it?
be worth 500, and
Hololive.
on death be worth 500. Because I'm pretty sure vanilla on play Ditch CX salvage is worth 1k itself. Because if I
where's
remember correctly,
the-
the Hinology one, they played the vanilla one as 2k. Or am I missing?
Where's the Mio? There's a
My-
Mio
is my
one. The
Hina
Mio one
Logi
is
deck-
1K.
Is my Hinology
So
deck
they-
right in front of me?
Well, I'll tell you right now, based on the Mio from Hololive, which is just an on play on death Ditch CX salvage, they value that effect at 2K power.
Yeah, so a
So
vanilla
1K
Ditch
per-
CX salvage is worth 1k. So
I
being
see.
restricted to 2 CX is worth 500. Being
So then they give it a power condition,
on play and on death,
which minuses it, and then they gave it the condition
Yeah.
of specific X's to
So
give
the
it back
on-play
the power.
effect, if it only power pumps itself, it will only be worth 500. But because it chooses any character, it's worth 1k as well. So that's 1k for select, 1k for select.
I
Yeah.
see. Okay, I still think the card is shit. It forces you
Oh,
to
yeah,
play
yeah.
a climate lineup. It's worse. I'm good. 1.
Okay, you asked for
But-
the math, and then we
There you
did the
go.
math.
Yeah, now you
okay.
know
I
the
understand the
power
math. I understand the math, and I hate the math.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Alright, 0 Lilia. Discard one music character when displayed on stage from hand. You hit a cost. If you do, search your deck for the 1-0 for the 0-0 Sumiko or the 3-2 Sumika. Show your opponent add it to hand shuffle your deck afterwards. Resonate. Reveal the 3-2 Sumika from your hand at the start of your climax phase. You may pay the cost. If you do, this gets 4k power.
Damn,
This card's pretty good.
Dude, this card is nuts, man.
Yeah, but it's become 3/5 cross turn like in Bang Dream and Rear Set Guy.
Dude, can you
Okay, that would be pretty
dude,
insane.
the funny part about this card is if your opponent plays their 1/1 standby target to the front row without 2 or more other, you can kill it with this. Because you have a 500 back row assist.
Yeah,
That's
because they're usually
really funny.
5k about the.
Oh
no, are they
55?
Yeah, they're 5/5.
So they're 5/5, but you have a back row 500 assist with this
So you
card.
can tie.
Tying the 1-1 with your 0-0 is pretty good, man.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I think this card's like a 3 or 4. It's so good. It also
it's
like
good.
hard
I mean,
for resonate.
I was gonna say it searches the two of your core cards for your deck. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Like it didn't even need to search the level 0 Sumika. I think this would still be good. Just searching the resonate target is like
Exactly. It's so good.
enough.
Oh right, because you can
Okay,
search
0-0 Sumika.
you can always hit 5/5.
Yep. So 0-0 Sumika. All of the other music hits give 500 power. Auto, once per turn. When used resonate, if you have 2 or less total cards in your memory or marker zone, you can choose to one of your characters with Lilia or Sumika in its card name. In your waiting room, place it underneath this card face up as a marker. Until the end of your opponent's next turn, this gains hexproof. Well,
It's only on turns you resonate. So you gotta make sure you resonate every turn.
Yeah,
You
every
guarantee
turn.
you have the hexproof until you're 2-1
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, because you have the Lilo 0/0, you're almost guaranteed you'll have max markers. It's really good.
what is your brainstorm for this deck again?
It's the Nikkei brainstorm, the front row one.
Oh,
it's
that's
similar to that.
Yeah, you can do the tap.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Because
Okay,
I give-
both this and the 2-1 doesn't need tapped. It doesn't need
Yeah.
tapped
Yeah,
or
I-
anything.
But it's pretty good in stat. Actually, that card's actually pretty good in standby deck because it's on attack scry. Yeah.
Oh, that is nice. Wow.
Anyways, I give this a 3. Free compression, it's lit.
Yeah, I'm just curious what your other back row is in this deck. That's all. But is it this card? Nope. No, this card's
Nope.
good though. All right, 1-0 Lilia. When the other music character attacks, this gets 1k power, so this can attack at 6k, 7 with the climax. Resonate, pay 1, reveal the 3-2 Sumika from your hand. When it attacks, pay the cost if you salvage a music character. Okay.
It's on play, pay.
It's
I'm gonna
pretty
attack,
good.
pay 1, resonate, salvage.
That's
3
good.
star.
Don't need a reverse.
Free selection. It's pretty big. Guaranteed hand. I'm good.
Yeah, I like it. It's nice.
Yeah, there's some world where you just play the stock charger plus this as your level.
Yeah, like this is why this
You
card is
could-
the reason why you can play the level 2 Senna combo into the level 3 Sumika combo because you have this card to hold you over and you also have stock charger to go like stock neutral on. It's actually like
Yeah,
very
I
real.
like that. That seems pretty good. 2-1 Tamari. When this card's level 2 or higher, battle opponent is reversed to the top card of your deck. If that is a music character, choose one music character you're winning, add it to hand. Memory, when this attacks this turn, this gets X power equal to the number of your different colors in memory times 2000.
Yeah, I give this a 1.
I think I'm good, yeah. I'll probably keep
I-
this out.
I think my notes here say like Tamari cards all suck dick except for the brainstorm.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not
Hey,
very
don't-
good.
Don't diss on Miku.
Whoa, man. Okay, man.
2-2 Renami. Act. Send this to the bottom of your deck. Look at the 4 cards from the top of your deck. Choose up to 1 card from among them. Add it to hand. Send the rest to waiting room. Act. Send it to the bottom of your deck. Choose one of your opponent's characters and send it to memory.
So this is like only playable in standby deck because you're never playing 2 for either effect. But then the problem is you're sending
I
your
don't think this
opponent's deck
card's
to
very good,
memory,
man.
and it's not like a Hasu where this is at least a deck. This is actually just useless unless it does 2x.
Yeah, it's so bad. I in my standby deck and all the other decks, I also just honestly I think this card is better in a 1k1 deck. You just
But
hard play
even
it.
then, it's fucking 2 costs is so
I'm,
expensive.
I
I'm
know,
not
it's
paying.
cheap,
I'm
huh?
not paying 2 bottom decking for a check.
Okay. Hear me out. It's actually not terrible in this in the door pants deck because you have an excess of stock. It's like I know it's like a hard sell, but it's like somewhat playable in that deck as a one of. But in the standby deck, this is almost borderline unplayable because it doesn't beat over anything.
2/2 memory shoot, Smoj, man.
I would rather just have the stack of characters salvage CX if I wanted to use excess stock for it.
Yeah, like
Yes.
there's no world where you would actually ever want to stand by this out over like a 2/2 hand encore. That's the main issue.
Yeah. Yes. What are you gonna give this?
I give this like a 1.
Okay, let's move on.
I remember seeing this on release and I was just like, wow, this card's ass.
This one's not horrible.
Right.
Standby.
Yeah. 3/2 Renami.
Oh, this one's pretty good.
If all your characters are music, this gets 1500 power and hand encore. Okay. When this attacks, look at the top card of your deck, put it on the top of your deck or at the bottom of your deck. Okay. When this card's battle opponent, during your opponent's turn, when the damage you take is not canceled, if this is in the front row, look at the top card of your deck, put it on the top of your deck under the wing. So okay, so it's damage scry, on attack scry, and it's what 11k hand encore.
Yeah,
that's
it's fine. It's fine. The only downside is that you can't work from back row with damage scry, so you can't just like slam back.
That's fine. It's like a Luna.
Yeah. I mean, you're most likely standbying out to the bodyguard anyway, so you're gonna directly stand out to front row regardless.
Well, it's
the bodyguard
it's like you can't if your first attack triggers a standby, you can't standby this.
Oh sure, yeah, that's
true. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I guess it's pretty good. I mean, it's still fine. It's
still very good standby target.
Yeah, I give it a 3. It's like your ideal second your first standby trigger target.
Yeah, I agree. I really do. I just like that this card doesn't get griefed by your fucking bodyguard.
Your bodyguard, yeah.
During this card's battle, you can look at.
Can you imagine? Oh my god!
If it's like Luna, when this is fronted, you can look at top card.
I would just give up. I would just full send give up on that deck, man. Like, there's nothing. All right, 0/0 Tamari. When this attacks, choose one of your other music characters, gets 1k power, and then pay 1 during this card's during your opponent's turn. When this is reversed, pay the cost. If you do rest this, and at the start of your next encore phase of this Tamari, this is worse than the slime card.
It is worse than the slime card.
Yeah, 500 power, never beats over anything. I'm good.
This is literally the same one as the Psychona one that you don't play.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but
one.
Like, slime only played this because their memory cards were ass. In comparison.
Yeah, it's terrible. Literally every other memory card is better.
Oh, it's also because slime. It's also because slime didn't have a restriction on how much cards I can send in memory.
Sure.
So,
but still. All right, 0/0 Suzu. When split on each from hand, choose one card in your level zone and one card in your waiting room. Swap them. Act. Ditch one. Sack this. Salvage a music character.
So if you're not playing the memory deck, this is your other helmet, and it's a level swap.
Yeah. It's like. It's your only experience swap or level swap outside of like the Ume, pretty more or less. So it's like a 2.
Helmets are nice.
I have like I'm not a biggest fan of helmet. I don't really like. I would rather just like think an extra 5 seconds and grab the right card.
That's fair. All right, 0/0 Alarm. This is a base card.
Well, sometimes the right card's not in your bin. I've been in.
Yeah, that's fair. That's true. That's true. That's totally fair.
Alarm. If it's on the top of your clock. If you are level 1 or higher at the start of your main phase, mill 1 if that card is the 2/1 event or a level 0 or lower character. Set it to the bottom of your deck. Heal Alarm, Pog.
Yep, because the set does not have any ways to whatchamacallit, heal. This is the only way to heal.
This is your heal.
This is fine, man.
3+1 is pretty good. 4 out of 10. Yeah. 4 out of 5.
I appreciate that if you need to attack, when you're at 0, if you can hero combo, you can slam this card down, use the hero combo.
Yes.
And they just put it in your hand, and that's just sick.
Exactly.
That's okay.
And they can't they can't side it, so they're it's guaranteed coming back.
They don't attack me. That's fine, man. You can not attack.
Yeah, that also works, I guess.
And the random times where if it does just end up being a clock, and you don't need a clock, and you're just like heal.
Yeah.
Ooh. Pretty good. All right, 0/0 Renami. When it's put on stage from hand, look at the top card of your deck, put it on the top of your deck or into the waiting room. Auto, return this to hand when a climax placed in your climax area. You pay the cost. If you choose one of your characters until the end of your opponent's next turn, it gets 1k power. Standard bounce back. Helps you. Yeah. It's better because it's 1k cross turn. Bodyguard.
Yeah. It's really awkward though because
it is awkward
if you play Yeah, at level 2, your back row is probably going to be the brainstorm plus the assist. So that means you have to put this in the front row center lane. But if you put it in the front row center lane, you can't
Oh, you
pump your
can't target
bodyguard.
Can't
the.
pump bodyguard. Yeah,
Yeah, so it's like really awkward.
it is.
So
That
like
is awkward like that.
yeah, that's actually the issue I came up with like every game, and so I ended up like just taking it out of the deck.
Yeah, it's good after your bodyguard's already done its thing for a full turn.
Exactly.
At that point, it's like okay, whatever.
If the opponent failed to answer it once, they're probably not going to answer it again.
Yeah.
So like there's not really a point of the card. I gave it like a 2. It's like okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
Is there no? There's no. Okay, there's no other standbys, right? It's just the.
The
the
two
two?
that we saw, the 2/2 combo,
Yeah,
and the
okay.
bodyguard.
Yeah. Alrighty, 1-0 Tamario. When played on stage from hand, this turn this gets X power. X equals the number of your opponent's characters times 1k. Rest this, choose one of your music characters. This turn it gets 2k power on the following ability. When this card's battle opponent is reversed, you may turn that character to hand.
Okay, why does this? It's probably because it's a 1-0. But my god, does it suck that why does it bounce to hand? It's so bad.
It's probably because it's a common.
I,
But damn,
I would rather this be a 2-1 and be a tap give something bottom deck it. Like that's so much. This is so bad, dude. I'm good.
Yeah.
I give it a 1. I would give it a -1 if I could. It's so bad. Why you would never run this card?
Yeah. At least it's a
You're
optional
right.
bounce back to hand. Does a tap TK.
Maybe Tamario's cards did just suck ass. That's crazy. Alright. 1-0 Sumiko. When this is attacked, if you have another music character, look at the top card of your deck, put it on the top of your deck, run to the waiting room. This gets 2k power, so it's 6k. And then pay 1, rest 2, Salvage Brainstorm. Oh, this is good.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's also good because it's also usable in other deck types as well, like standby. So 3.
Yes, damn, I can play this 100%.
Yes, and also because standby actually has issues with back row slots in general. I feel like, and what's it called? You can actually this card is actually sick also in the experience deck because you can the experience deck wants to run like double assist back rows that don't have brainstorms, so you can use this to like tap them instead.
That's fine. I like that.
Okay.
I'm kind of glad to see these like 1-0 brainstorms are like seeing more.
Yeah,
play.
these
Like,
front row
it's
brainstorms
cool.
are sick. They're like so
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. I played them before they became popular.
Yeah.
In Microsoft.
Yeah, I know, me too. But like, it still feels weird that they're like good now. Alright, 2-1 to Mao. When this card's battle opponent, when use card's back up, sorry, choose one of your battling characters. This turn, this gets the following ability. Auto. When this card's battle opponent is reversed, look at the top card of your deck, put it on the top of your deck or on the bottom of your deck, or into the waiting room. 2400 counter.
Man, for the
I thought this
bodyguard.
card. Yeah,
Yeah.
I played this with the bodyguard, and I just didn't think it was that strong. Like even in the bodyguard deck, I thought it was mid. Like, and that's like really sad because that's when it's supposed to be the best.
I
Because in a
know, just
1k
play
one
the
deck,
3/5
this
counter.
is a console punch.
You can probably
So
just play the 3/5 counter for that deck.
Yeah, exactly. I gave it like a 3 or 2. It felt way less impressive than it actually was in practice. The fact that it's also delayed is cringe.
Should have been an on reverse burn 1 counter or on reverse heal 1 counter.
Dude, the burn 1 count would have been sick.
True. Already 2-2 Mao. For each of the other music characters, gets 1k power and hand on core.
Your standard
hand on
10k with hand on core 2/2.
Hell yeah. 2. The next.
Moj. Alrighty. Event. 1-1 event. If you don't have a character with Tamari or Misuzu, you cannot play this from your hand. Search your deck for 1 character with Tamari in its name and 1 up to 1 character with Misuzu in its name. Send your opponent, add them to hand, discard 1, shuffle your deck, send this to memory.
It's a card.
So close to being.
The cards that it grabs aren't that great, too. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's kind of smudge.
Red Brainstorm with Red level 1 combo. Come on, man.
Yeah, I feel like more often than not, like whenever I ran this, you only ran it just to send it to memory with the level 1 combo, not to actually use it.
Yeah, it's not the best.
Mana for the free memory. Alright, promos.
Promos. 1-0 Kotone. This card is put on the stage from hand with the top card of your deck. If that is a music character, this gets +1 soul. This card's battle opponent is reversed. If opponents cost 0 or lower, you may send that character to stock and put the bottom card of your opponent's stock into waiting room. This is a soul trigger. It's just a stock bomb with a soul trigger.
Is this the only cost 0 bomb the set has?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Only card in the entire set that doesn't come foiled, unplayable.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
But it's so pretty though. Honestly, I feel like cost 0 bombs on a whole have been getting a lot less common.
Yeah, 'cause there's
it's
a lot
pretty
less
decent
use.
actually. It's actually pretty decent just because it's a soul it has a soul trigger and it
Yeah,
swings a
2
2
soul.
soul. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I give it like a 2. It's like it's not terrible. It's better than the Tamari cards.
Spoj.
And reprint
Yeah, 2-1 Saki stock shuffle reprint. This one's really cute.
is better than the other one. Are you getting this one? Are you gonna buy
Business
the PR
Saki?
Plus?
Hell yeah, I'm buying 4.
He has to,
Oh
man.
shit! My man's getting the PR. Dude, the
Was that even a-
PR
was that even a
Pluses are
good
so expensive,
question?
dude. These-
No, they
They
get
are.
really cheap. No, they get if you wait like a month after release, they go down to like 20, 30k. Oh, sorry, they go down to like 30, 40k. It's not that bad.
Yeah, it goes down to $300 and $400.
Is the PR Plus the one that's from the pack, or is it the one that's from the shop?
So
The
this is
title
the
cup.
Seahawks
they're
Challenge PR.
both.
So this is from the
Wait, so I was told this is the shop tournament PR.
yeah. This is for the CX Challenge one.
Wait, no.
So
But
The Gakuen.
no, I was told that this is from like the normal, like the local shop tournament
Wait,
PR,
give me a
not
sec.
CX.
Oh, really?
Maybe I'm wrong.
Let me
Maybe I
double
got
check.
that info, but
Well, is that the
can-
PR? Or is it the PR Plus that's from that though?
you know, they're both like tournaments
be?
give PR
Like-
pluses.
Okay.
Where the fuck is
Yeah.
it?
You
It's
don't-
not here.
The only difference is that if the PR plus is from like locals, it's from a random pack, and if the PR plus is from CX Challenge, you're guaranteed it for winning first.
Okay, it has to be. It has to be for what's it
June?
called CX Challenge because the May June one we don't have it doesn't have Gakuen Mass yet, and the
I see.
July August one has not been announced yet.
Oh, sure. Okay, then it's probably CX Challenge.
Yeah, it's from CX.
How much does it
Challenge.
cost to import a case? It's like 1.1k.
If you're
Yeah,
if you're not in
okay.
America and you don't get tariff, it's cheaper.
Yeah.
Wait, if you're in
Yeah.
America, isn't it really cheap though to get it imported? Because
No,
one
because
No, because of
the tariff now.
Donald Trump.
wait, really? It's actually that
Yeah.
bad that you can actually
It's-
feel it.
it's-
You feel it on the random crap like this?
Yeah, it's 24% if it's over $800 through DHL, man.
Wait, what? It used to be like
Yeah.
anything under $2,000 is like doesn't have
Yeah,
tariff.
$800 now.
Wait.
Yeah.
yeah.
I
so-
love
Yeah.
Trump. My favorite annoying orange president.
Okay, let's
Yeah,
not forget
it's
political on
pretty-
this channel.
It's pretty fucking miserable, man.
Holy.
I had to cancel my case of Sprite for Yuzu because I couldn't justify spending $1,200 on a fucking case of Yuzu cards, man.
Holy crap! It's so
Right.
Jesus
Uh-huh.
Christ! It's so expensive. What the fuck?
You said Yuzu, you meant Rose.
That's what I meant. Yeah, Rose, whatever.
Wait, if they ship it over as a gift, is that still fine?
You still got to declare. You still pay the tariff. It doesn't matter.
Wait, but if it's
Unless
$0,
they underdeclare. If they underdeclare though, then it's like you get the risk of getting like
flagged.
they see it and then they get reported anyway, and it's like
Oh, I see.
also then if you lose it, if anything happens to it, then they have no liability. 'cause
Okay,
declared
so what
zero.
you do, okay, Jason?
Yeah.
When does Sprite come out?
October.
Never mind. I was gonna be like, you just send it to me. I'll
Yeah.
open it and then I'll bring it to Toronto and I'll give you the place.
That would be
Give you
pretty. That'd be
set.
pretty giga brain. But then you get all my fun of opening cards.
Okay, but it's 200 cheaper.
That's
Dude,
true.
I'm not gonna lie. How does it feel to still enjoy opening packs? Dude, whenever I open packs, I think it's miserable. I hate opening.
I do it. I haven't opened a case of anything by myself since Grisaya won.
Oh, you always have people helping you. Okay, that's a lot better.
No,
I think
no, I
opening by
just don't
yourself
open
is terrible.
cards.
Oh,
Like,
I
I
see.
don't open product like that ever.
Wait,
I've
didn't you
helped my
just buy a
friend
case of
open product.
Yuzusoft?
Yeah, I opened it myself. That was the last
Oh.
thing I bought.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
like
so
a month.
The
and a
most
half
I've
ago.
done, besides that, the most I've done was like I helped my friend open his case of Azure Lane when Azure Lane 1 came out.
I see.
And that's like whatever, right? But like Grisaya, I opened a JP Master case by myself, and that was fucking miserable.
Yeah, I bet. I don't understand how
Yeah.
people do it, man.
I
I
opened-
I
it
would
was
rather
'cause-
pay people to do
I think
it.
the only case I opened by myself was Slime Volume 2 for the JP.
Yeah,
Oh, I see.
That one was like I had a constructed plan. I was gonna have my friends come, and they were gonna help me open this master case. But then UA staff wrote on my case in Sharpie on the tape my address. So it was smudged, and they didn't know where to deliver it.
Oh,
It sounds like something UA would do.
I had to. The post office knew the town, but they didn't know where they were delivering it, so I had to go drive to the actual post office warehouse and be like, "Please let me have my box, please." And they gave it to me.
Dude, okay. Also, like,
That was
I feel
miserable.
like buying cases these days is so cringe. It's so
Yeah.
hard to like actually like go even on box or cases nowadays. It was way easier back then. Nowadays, if you don't hit like the secret or plus, you're fucked.
Yeah, now it's just the
Okay.
fun of opening cases, which is for some
Yeah.
people, but not for me.
Yeah, back then it was like, oh, I can sell a play. I was selling play sets of Grisaya 1 for $350.
I did buy
So like,
Yeah.
I did buy Bunny Girl in
Yeah.
English, but that's just because I had store credit saved up for
that's pretty OP.
for years.
I
That
also
was
bought
pretty
Bunny
fun.
Girl in English. It's fun playing
I also
Maya
bought
with
Bunny Girl in
puppies
English.
again. It's pretty lit.
Wait, did you max in English again, or is it just base?
No. I literally spent
Wait.
like a down payment on a house on Gakumas. I can't justify spending more
Damn,
on
bro.
another English.
Wait,
game.
you can touch cards that aren't foil? That's crazy.
Fuck you, Jason.
Oh, he touches his opponent's cards. Sometimes.
Bro.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, I
He
will
won't touch his,
admit,
though.
dude, my enjoyment of the game goes down like so fucking like goes right off a cliff if I don't play foil. I hate the way they feel. The cards feel so terrible if they're not foiled. I don't know how people do it.
Crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah. He can join a club with Mr. Yue Peng and Clinton
Well,
Chan, who
man,
only just plays
one of the few people in the world that can tell the difference between foils and non-foils in their deck when they're shuffling.
You know, okay. There are people that tell me I'm capped for being able to tell. If, I guarantee you, like the people who called me out saying that I'm lying, that I can't feel cards if they're foiled or like normal through triple sleeves. But you can totally tell. You can 1000% tell.
Okay, I will say you might be able to tell. I can't tell. I do not have enough discerned like feeling between the cards to like tell.
If your name
Bro,
foil
I don't know,
feels
like,
ass.
when I play 8 standby pro second, the memory counter is like one of the only counters that come foiled. I can like physically get irritated. I like get irritated when I like feel that
Like,
card.
oh,
I can like
I
tell.
know where this card is in my deck.
That cheating?
Like
Is that
it's so
considered
I
cheating?
hate it. Have you
Oh.
ever seen me play a deck with only 4 CX foils? You'll know I'm cheating.
No. I'll write that down. When I don't see you with your deck full of AGRs, I'm gonna be sus.
Yeah, I'm so sad my
Bro,
my
so-
Maxer Psychono deck has so many cards that's not foiled.
Yeah.
Dude, my deck has 7 cereals and 1 triple R plus, and my god, that 1 triple R plus makes the deck look so fucking ugly because it like stands out like a
Okay,
sore thumb.
where's
Seven
your eighth
cereals,
one, dude?
man.
Where's the eighth one, dude?
Oh, it's in delivery! It's being delivered!
Is that the experience deck that you have the AGRs for?
Yeah, I also have
SR.
I also have 8 I'm also
Yeah,
building
yeah.
8 cereals for the memory deck and the resonate deck.
Jesus Christ.
My
heart, man.
level 0 deck, dude. Where's the China SIR?
Bro, okay, I might build the cereal for those as well, just because they're like dirt cheap. It's like 100k yen per copy.
Okay, I was gonna say those cards are really cheap relative to the other ones.
Yeah, they're like nothing. They're like
But
under,
also
under-
like my heart, man. He's just made this time. Yeah, I'm just gonna buy
the main
places
reason
of
why
cereals.
the main reason why Box is not gonna play the level 1 Kotani combo is because it doesn't have SIR.
Oh god! Wait, no, this level 3
Bro.
one. No, dude, it's the level 3 Kotani combo is fucking unplayable. I
Yeah,
fucking
but
hate
I
that
said
card.
the reason why he won't ever play the 1-0 combo from the TD.
It's not because the cigarettes. It's because there's no SIR at all.
Yeah, it's because
Yeah, exactly,
SIR.
exactly.
That's why he rated
Yeah.
the 1.
Dude, it doesn't
One
even
for
come
no
triple rare plus. It doesn't even
Oh, it
come
doesn't?
triple
That's
rare
actually
plus.
crazy.
No, it's
Fuck.
just triple rare only.
I
will say, though,
triple rare.
After all these fucking sets, I really do appreciate the new age Weiss printing where every card can come foil.
Yes,
Like-
that is nice. So you
It's so
so
sick.
if you're not box rich, you can at least still have a foiled out deck.
Yeah,
I
if
think
you want to
that's
have your cards
unironically
nice,
the-
right?
I think that's unironically like Bushira's like thought process. At least now everyone can get SR for everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's
I
poverty
was
rate
thinking about
sick.
that. I was like,
big fan.
maybe I should foil up my A standby Ocean of Codec. And then I
No,
realized,
dude, that
Yeah,
looks
the
really
SR.
good.
but then I realized the set 1 cards didn't come like with
Yep.
turn
Oh.
foiling.
Also,
Yeah.
that deck might get banned.
A standby.
Wait, what do you need from
Ocean
set
of
one?
Oh,
Why?
you play standby. You play standby. A standby.
Wait, what do you
Okay, I
need
think
from
that-
set 1 for door pants?
No, he's playing a standby.
A standby.
Oh,
Because it's
Yeah,
cheaper.
have
Yeah,
fun.
dude. The reason I bought Door Pants Oshi was literally because I didn't need any set 1 cards. I'm like, oh, this is so sick.
Yeah.
I could just.
I
Buy,
hope you enjoy
just-
having it get banned in a few weeks.
Yeah, I'm ready. It's okay. That's why I'm playing
It's
it.
okay, I
I'm
have a
playing as
bet.
much as I can, man.
I have a bet with the
It's
Japanese people that it'll
fine.
get banned. And they all think it won't get banned.
It's fine. Did you not
But
see
I'm happy if it doesn't
SSS
get
Trios Cup thingy? They put Oshinoko as a cost 3 instead of a cost 4.
Exactly. They understand.
That's still
They're
like,
like Oshinoko's not gonna get hit, bro.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, it's not gonna get hit because it's strong. It's gonna hit because it's diversity, right? It's
yeah,
too
man,
popular.
I will say, but they also put it next to fucking 8 Standby Hololive, which is crazy.
Oh,
But-
this is Hololive in general.
Yo, I can't
okay,
believe
it's
Hollow
still
Knight
crazy.
cost 3. There's only like 2 fucking people in all of Tokyo that play this fucking goddamn deck.
I actually see a lot of
Oh.
lot of
Kantamari,
Kantamari
man.
decks.
Kantamari, it never dies.
Oh, sorry. I meant standby. My
Yeah,
bad.
yeah. I mean, the reason
Yeah.
why they put the image Luna for some reason, but they should have put Marin as the image.
Yeah, at this point, like, I can't believe Kantamari came back.
I think
This shit doesn't
Kantamari is the
fucking
more
die.
popular whole life deck than Standby.
I hate it. I hate it so much. Kill that deck, please.
Kill yourself now.
Yeah.
Just put it in the
I can't believe they
ground.
still have the door combo and Yuru Camp as like the main deck because a lot of people here have just swapped over to Pants.
It's probably like the slow to pivot, right? It's like that's still the one that they saw the most. Whether people are playing the other version more now, it's
Oh,
like
that's
what they
fair.
think of.
You have the entirety of Japanese people. It's because my boy Box literally lives and plays in Japan.
Yeah, I have a bet with one of the
Here.
Japanese people that like what's it called? Oshinoko's gonna get hit and he thinks it won't. And he
Why
kept
is-
like asking like he kept asking like everyone he ran into like, do you think Oshinoko's gonna get hit? Because he just doesn't want to lose the money.
Why is
I respect
Amigami S cost
Why
3?
is-
Amigami is probably as popular as these decks for trios. Days.
Why is BD Tamori? Because I'm pretty sure the person that runs SSSS just likes Tamori. Like, or he likes
well,
Bar
Bar
Pants.
Pants
more than he
is like
likes- okay.
slightly
It should
less
just be
rep than
Oblivionist,
Bar-
though.
It should
It should just be Oblivionist. Like,
Yeah, but Oblivionist is not as cool. Tamori, at least you know it's my go.
okay,
Yeah.
but Oblivionist is like the card that you see in every deck.
Should have been
I don't
Dolores.
understand how Nino's there. Nino's dog shit.
Yeah, that was crazy to me actually. When I saw that, I was like,
Yeah, well, it's Quince
why?
in general, and Quince altogether probably has like as much pop rep as more rep than these
"There's
decks.
no way." Who the
Wait, there's
fuck
no
is
way.
playing
I've
Quince
never
right
seen
now?
any of I think
Okay.
Nino's like the only deck I've seen in Quinn's being played recently.
Oh, you don't diss my girl Ichika. Love Ichika.
Okay, I'm
in,
good, man.
in May,
I'm
in the
good.
month of May, on Kevin's thing, there are 4 choices: a door, a pants, and 3 standbys.
Yeah, Ichika is more
Fantastic.
popular than.
Well, yeah, because Ichika's not fucking banned.
But Ichika is my girl.
Like-
She's the snake.
Bro, the one guy in
Snake.
Kanto that keeps playing Nino will keep being the reason why it keeps getting banned over and over and fucking over.
God bless that guy.
And just like that, those few
Jesus
people who's gonna
Christ.
keep getting Luna banned and banned. Can't wait for Luna
Yes,
to be on
sir.
Choice 7.
Oh my
Mhm.
god, if Hololive gets banned again, it would be so fucking.
The funny thing is, I look at the 8 standby whole life deck, and there's like fucking 20 different piles, dude.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I was talking to Patrick about this too, because he was like asking about a standby, and I'm like looking for piles. 'Cause I'm telling you about like the Shion Aqua shit. Because I think that brainstorm stuff is like pretty cool. And he's like, I've never seen that. And I'm like, that's crazy, because I kept seeing it. And then I'm like, look at these lists, and I'm like, bro, every list is different. What is happening? It's like there's
the
the
only
one dude
consistency is
that
4
plays the
Lunas.
one list. Well, no, because then there's the dudes that play the Subaru and they don't play the Lunas because they want to play the tap counter. So it's like you either play the tap counter with the Lunas or with the Subarus, or you play the Lunas, and it's like there seem like 2 people.
Okay, we should
Yeah.
probably
Which one
wrap
they
this up
play?
now. Sorry.
They're all on
Yeah.
Luna now, though. But dude,
Yeah, I mean, as they
one
should
day-
be. Luna's too strong. Yeah.
honestly, I wouldn't have even been surprised if a fucking Alice Gear was 3. With that, only if it's that one fucker that keeps playing it. God,
Yeah,
he's actually
Just
so
for him.
goated with Alice
just
Gear.
spite 3-pointed for him.
Bro, I can't.
cry.
Do you guys did you guys see that screenshot I sent, or not screenshot,
Yeah.
photo I sent where
I
he
did,
had
I
like
did.
3
He put his arm under
brainstorms?
his tutu, just
That
for
was pretty funny.
compression.
Jesus Christ. Dude, I saw him play in a tournament and he milled through his entire deck just so that he can overplay his merch target and then hard play a 2-1 to a bottom deck 3 merge targets to his deck, so his Oshinoko opponent couldn't hit. I was like, Jesus
that is
Christ.
some high level play.
But I respect it. I respect anybody that can sit there and take a deck that is a literal fucking pile and keep playing it and make even some people think that maybe this deck is potentially still good. If you convince people of that, that's a W in my book.
Dude, I couldn't fucking
Yo,
believe the
that
guy.
was
Like,
me.
Jesus
That
Christ.
was Mr. Clinton making the.
Yeah,
slime
with
deck
literally
stuff.
Clinton with fucking God.
One trick.
I'm sitting there being that. I'm sitting there being that deck's biggest hater, and Clinton keeps making people think it's good, and it's like, bro, this deck
Yeah,
is
and
like just okay.
I just picked
It's
them
just
and
okay.
I won.
It's
Pretty
unironically just skill diff.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, you
Like-
can't say it's skill diff. I got results on the Clinton's deck.
That's me complimenting you. Okay,
Yeah.
man. If you don't want to be
I think
complimented,
it
that's your
takes so much
problem.
more out of the pilot to pilot it right, because so many things have to go right for you.
All right.
But
With that
yeah.
being said,
All right,
let's
let's wrap
wrap
this
this
up.
up soon. All right, Box, give us your final thoughts and final rating as a set as a whole.
I think it's a 4 out of 10. I think every single
4 to
version.
10? Holy
Yeah.
fuck.
Three.
We only got a
Sorry,
5,
4 out of 5. 4 out of 5.
Yeah, I was like,
Okay,
that was like,
I was like,
that was like a 2
The-
out of
okay,
5.
no, the best part is that none of the decks are busted, but all of the various different deck types are very highly proficient. They're like good enough, and they're all very fun, and they all have like their own identities. So it's actually a very, very good set to buy and like make a bunch of different decks out of.
Competitively wise,
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
it's probably
I wouldn't
it's
mind
gonna
playing
be
for
meta.
this.
Yeah, I think a lot of people. I think you'll have like the people that like Gakuen Idolmaster will keep playing it, like Hololive, but I don't think it's like meta changing.
Yeah.
Nothing seems like it would stand out to be.
Exactly.
Yeah, to be top.
I would
tier.
definitely expect to see the memory deck and to see the level 0 deck still. Like you said, especially if like Oshi gets banned.
Yeah,
even more
but I
so.
don't think people tech against anything in the deck or any, for instance, right? It's not going to be
No.
meta warping. That's the thing.
No. Definitely not meta warping, but it'll have staying power.
Yeah,
But
I agree.
having an aggressive deck like that in your format is probably for the best for some in some regards too. Like for like level 0 deck, just having something that can just push like that.
Yeah, I agree.
But I think it's a little less frustrating than ReZero. I feel like I think ReZero is really frustrating because you're just sitting there watching them drool. At least like that deck is like they're clearly doing something, and you can hate on it if you want to. You can play Adachis and stuff, and it it hurts.
No, like the thing I hate about ReZero is that you get the illusion of playing the game until they hit level 3. It's like
Yeah.
not even real though.
Agree.
And
Yeah, I
just
think
coin
Gaku's
flip
cool.
it and see if the stock shop would just randomly mails out 6+ cards.
It's so fucking anybody
Six plus CXs.
that says the ban list should be the level 3 Rem combo. I actually just disregard their opinion. I think they actually just have never played against ReZero competently. The only thing that needs to hit in that deck is the stock shuffle and the stalker. Nothing else
Okay,
needs to get hit.
Wait. No, I think you need to. No. I think
I
if
think
you,
you should
how about this?
choose-
The
choose
ban
on
list
that.
needs to be written in such a way that they cannot be allowed to play the shock shuffle at all. I think I think Ryan was right. You just ban it purely. If you
No,
just
okay, I
ban
would
that
not mind
card,
banning
it's
it.
fine.
I
No,
I
so
think
my
I
logic-
think because the reason was from the previous season, they'll go pretty hard on the reason.
They might. They
might
really
just
might.
do 3
Although-
choose 1 finisher stock shuffle stalker.
They could also
Yeah,
put Rem.
I think that's right.
But I genuinely just think like the more I think about it, Rem it like if you don't have the stock shuffle, right? If you don't have the Amelia Stalker, I do not think that deck gets to the 8 stock that you need to play double Rem stock shuffle.
Wait, I think it
Like,
does. I think it
almost
very
every-
easily does.
Well, I don't see why they're gonna. I don't think they're
It
ever gonna
needs-
open the hole though to allow that though. I think they just do the 3 choose 1 and they call it a day,
I mean,
or they do a
could just
2
kill it. I
choose
mean,
1 and they
that's
like
not enough.
semi limit the finisher. That's the only.
Yeah, I mean,
option
I
see
think like
what she does.
the minimum. I just feel like the minimum they need to do is that, and it's like probably good enough to where like the deck is still good, but it's not gonna be like the obnoxious pile that it is now. Because I don't think double Rem is like that scary. It's like
Wait, no, I
annoying.
think double Rem is terrifying if they stock shuffle you.
Yeah, but that's what he's saying. Is the double rem
But it's
by
like- but it's
itself
also
is
like
not
the-
that scary.
the chances again. I think there will be without the stalker. There's just significantly less games that they will get to do that. Like, will they be able to? Yes, of course. The way that deck plays it will, like, the way that you have to play that deck, it'll get there in games, but like a lot less of the time because you don't have this broken 1/0 card that just crutches your stock and says you can do whatever you want. Right? Bad games will still end in stock shuffle double rem. You don't get that anymore. If you have if you have like a really mid to bad game, you're probably not getting that 8 stock. You're probably just going with like single rem stock shuffle or double rem.
You're probably right. I still want them to ban the shit out of that fucking
That's fair.
card.
I would go.
them
If
to
you want it
completely
dead, I
delete it.
respect
How
it.
would they
I
hit
fucking hate that
BD
card.
if they do?
It's just
BD
like
would
I
be
played that deck so much.
Unfortunately, because BD came at the middle of the season, it won't get hit
It's
too
probably
hard.
safe, right?
Yeah.
They might do a light tap at best, but it's most likely gonna
Like,
be safe.
They gotta really think about what they hit though, because if they hit, because there's
Hit
two
the Amoris. Hit
versions
the
of the
Amoris.
deck
Hit the
being played.
Amoris. I
What,
hate the Amoris.
the 0/2.
Yeah, the 0/2. I just delete it off the
Yeah,
face
that
of the
card's
earth.
really good. That
It's
card's
so
really,
fucking
really good.
stupid. It's so stupid.
I could
But if
like
they want to go light, what they do is they hit the 1/0 changer. If they want to go light,
like choose 1/0 changer Amoris. I think it'd be fine. Just take one of those cards. Make them actually have to give up one of those 2 cards.
Bro, the set has so many problematic cards. It's gonna be like if you want to properly hit it, it's gonna be like a choose 6 list.
Yeah, but
the problem is because
you can't
the
even-
set was released mid-season, they cannot afford. They're not gonna hit it.
Yeah,
that
probably
hard
not.
off that.
Although it's getting so much play though, like they could they did it with Symphogear. Obviously, yeah, this deck is not as impressive as like Symphogear was when it came out. That deck was fucking disgusting.
You know what's really fucking stupid? If you just add stock swap, if you add the Amoris to the choose list, it's like choose 1 of 3 now. All they do is they just choose fucking Amoris. They don't care about stock swap that much.
Yeah, the stock swap is just a nice card to have, right? You play
Yeah,
it because
exactly.
you can. Like,
The players that can't, but
Yeah,
not
I
players
mean-
you need.
I mean, BD's, and again, even then, like, if anything happens, like, you can't even hit like Dolores and be like, oh, hitting Dolores is the answer, because then people just play pants. They'll be like, okay, I'll play
Yeah,
bar
exactly.
pants, like whatever.
Like the entire
There's
you have
already
to
seen
set,
play.
you have to hit like all the consistent cards, the consistency
Mhm.
cards. Like that set is so problematic.
Agreed.
I love that. So I'm so excited to play it.
But
It's
as I
gonna be
said,
so
it's
pog.
not gonna get hit that hard. This banless, unfortunately.
Just wait for English, man. It comes out in a month.
And it's full power.
Yeah, it's gonna be pog.
Or bar pants even get stronger
GG.
because they get access to stock self Fumio.
Yeah. Alrighty, friends. Let's wrap it up though. It's late.
All right. Shoutouts once again to our sponsors, Nova TCG and the Strictly Brook TCG. Buy Weiss Schwarz cards for them. Shout out to Weiss Tea Time. Thanks for Avis. Check out her website. And thanks for Mr. Box for showing up today, even though you were a little bit late.
I'm so
okay.
sorry, guys.
Don't worry. Thanks for coming early, not that early morning.
Thanks for coming all the same,
Japan.
and thanks for managing to wake up. We appreciate it. I was about to just be like, fuck it, we'll just let it rock, and then you can come back, and if there's any cards we get to you want to talk about, we'll talk about it again. It doesn't matter. But you
Okay.
came up.
Yeah,
you
my
came in,
bad.
You showed up.
I actually woke up early and then I went back to sleep. I fell back asleep.
It's okay. It happens. Whatever.
And the floor is
But,
yours to give out any shouts, Box.
Yeah, I guess like special shout outs to Nico and Johnny for on the EN side for helping me playtest it on the nights and throughout the day. I really appreciate it. I got like a lot of good info out of it and a good experience out of it. And I would shout out some Japanese people. I don't think anyone knows who they are, so I guess I'll pass on that.
All right, Sasuke.
In your heart, you're shouting them out though.
Exactly. They like ran around like all of Tokyo to help me
was
grab
so
the cards
funny.
day one. Oh my god.
Shout out to my boy Stefan.
Reading.
Oh yeah, dude. Stefan's also lit. He
Reading
also
what
helped
is
me
it,
play
like,
test a little.
Heath Crim's fucking post about you was so funny.
What did he
Okay,
say?
man.
I didn't see the post. He's talking about
We
how
were just talking about how these people were running around in fucking taxis going all over from fucking Aki to buy cards. It was so funny.
Yeah, I had like 7-8 people running around buying cards for me.
It's insane. It was
And I
actually
just
insane.
had them give me the receipts for the taxis.
All right, so that was it for the Gaku Mash set review. We'll be back in
2 weeks.
3 weeks.
Wait,
3
no,
weeks.
Overlord's next week. Are you guys not doing Overlord?
We don't
we
Overlord.
usually
We
don't do
premium
extra boosters
boosters.
and premium boosters because it's kind of a waste of time. They usually have like that sub 50 cards and half of them are not good, or they usually have
Although,
like 60
like,
cards and half of them are not good.
Maybe if Overlord really speaks to us, we'll
But,
decide.
but
to
even
just
though
have some really cool
Overlord,
cards.
Overlord's mainly like the double R's are good, and then the rest of the cards are kind of whatever.
I
That is
definitely think
also
it's worth
true.
like maybe seeing like Jason do a deck profile on like 8 door. Because there's like a lot
I
of cool
might,
cards.
I might do
now.
something.
Yeah.
I do think 8-door. I think 8-door is really cool.
Yeah. But in 3 weeks we have Algiri High School Club. Hell yeah, where they have the
That set actually looks really cool.
they have the quintuplets effect where every card is a normal card, but they get +1 effect for no reason.
Yeah. How many overload cards are still missing?
I have no fucking idea, dude. I
I want to
I
say
hope
like
it's 0.
20. No, I
Probably
want to say
zero,
like 10 or
isn't it?
20.
There's
Is it
no
really that
way.
many?
Please don't say 20.
Overlord? Avis, unless Avis didn't post them, you're missing
Is there really that many?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
It's probably a bunch of commons though.
15.
Yeah, it's probably a bunch of commons though, so it's like whatever.
Minusing whatever got spoiled today, if anything got spoiled today.
Hey man, a lot of the best cards
they
these days are commons and uncommons.
You know what they got spoiled today?
True.
They got the 2-1 you know on door pants and Oshinoko they have the 2-1 dude, red hair dude.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The Kome?
Yeah, they got that.
Oh, that's
for
pretty good.
Overlord?
Yeah, for
Is it huge in
That's
center
really
lane?
good.
but it's yellow, which is the worst color.
Oh. Yeah, that's
Fuck.
fair. Okay, that's fucked.
Okay. Well, now
Wait, do
your
you run
Rico's
yellow at
yellow,
all?
so-
Oh, your Rico's yellow now? Okay, maybe you can.
Yeah. Well, Demir's always yellow.
Your mom's yellow.
Fun fact. Okay.
Wait, yellow's still
Actually
fucked
not.
actually.
My
Isn't
mom's
aren't
yellow.
all your cards green and red?
They were, but the new
you want the
the
Ian card?
Leafa
Bro.
Rico
I want.
and the Ricky. So there's the Leafa Rico and the new Salvage Ricky are both yellow.
Oh, I see.
So that helps.
Oh, that's pretty good. But like,
Yeah.
it also makes it awkward because you also need to play blue for the Botan.
Yeah, if you want to play the Botan, you do need to play blue. It's gonna be awkward. There might be a rule you don't play green anymore. I don't really know.
Yeah.
Green doesn't really have a lot of appeal, to be honest. Green, if you notice, green in the old Overlord was just the Ainz package.
Okay, that's true.
Once you take the Ainz package out, green is kind of obsolete.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So unless there's any good green cards in this set, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure it's
I'm
not.
pretty sure it's mainly red.
super-
The green cards are like the Nea cards. If you ever watched the movie, it's like it's like pretty color locked to
Yeah, because the new guy
Yeah.
takes up most of the fucking
Girl.
green card. Girl? That's a girl?
girl.
Okay, noted. I have not watched Overlord past like
I watched.
the lizards.
After the first week of reveals, me and my friend was like, okay, let's watch the movie.
Oh, noted. Well,
Just know
there you go.
the princess that has 1 card, she is the ultimate weapon. Don't ask why.
Neat. Well, maybe I'll do something for Overlord if Kevin doesn't want to do a set review for it. I love this fucking set, so I love Overlord. So, if you didn't know. But other than that, actually, we have also Makine eventually. That's like next month, right?
Yeah.
End of June?
Sounds
Yeah,
about
it's end of
right.
June.
Pog?
Sounds about right.
It's a long break.
Alrighty.
All right. See
Good
you guys in
night,
3
friends.
weeks. Maybe
Alright, thank
we'll talk
you.
about
Bye.
something else.
Thanks for having me.
All right. Thank you. Bye
Thank you, Andrew.
bye. Have a good night,
Thank you.
guys.